It goes back to my main monitor, but I have you guys on the second monitor, so it just looks like I'm looking to the right constantly.
Yeah, basically, because like you guys are over here and the other monitor's over here.
Oh, all my notes are
Yeah.
on the other monitor. Like,
I don't know what to do with this, Allie.
my VTT is
Or
in front of
Frisky.
me, but everything
It's a
else is
happy
far right.
birthday.
Oh, it's the
It's
candle.
same. Like I have the tabletop on the main. I have the VTT on the main monitor, but like, does it make sense? I have my character sheet and you guys on my second monitor.
I just realized like all my notes are off because I have them. I was separated by sessions, and I'm like, oh, that's right. You guys didn't get to this part yet, so that's got to get changed.
I don't know which die to use.
Whichever one you think will not kill you.
Well, I hope changing seasons doesn't kill me.
I will say, I don't expect you guys to get to the combat this session. That being said, I don't know how fast you guys are going to work through some stuff.
Alright, so everyone kill all the NPCs. We can get to the combat faster.
I
I
Where do you say?
mean, technically correct.
You won't get paid. I will say that. What you guys will not get paid for if you kill one NPC.
Well, here's the thing. If we
What
just
about
kill the
two?
NPCs and take their money,
Ooh, I like where this
easy
is
to
going.
get paid.
I'm missing my lucky D20.
God,
There it is.
I'm so happy I have the master subscription for D&D Beyond because I just realized how many characters I have on my character sheet.
Oh yeah, same. Well, I make a lot of test characters too when I'm like making magical items and stuff like that, just to make sure that like they like transfer the stats properly and everything.
Oh yeah.
Is it in the triple digits?
Mine? No, not yet, but it is in the high
No.
double digits.
Mine's like in double digits, not that high.
There's a lot of them
It's
that
like-
are copies. Like, you know, when you want to test, like, oh, should I take my level in this, and you forget to delete
Well,
it.
like
That's-
Did I turn
definitely.
on 14?
Did you?
I don't know. Did you?
I'm like, I went over here to turn on my camera thing because I see that I'm blurring out, and 14 turned on.
Oh, I've done that before.
I'm trying to figure out where my character sheet is. Hold on.
There's been times where I've logged out of 14 to
I've
go
done
play
that.
another game, and then my brain just
I'm
clicks
trying
on
to figure out where my
14.
character sheet is. Hold on.
There's been times where I'm like, no, I want to play this. So used to just clicking 14 on my desktop.
Okay, that works. That's working. Like going through all my last stuff, and I'm like, does that work? That works. That probably works. If you are ready, type R in the chat. In-game chat. I gotta specify that because I'm dumb and I almost did that the other day.
There.
Not gonna lie, it's been a second. Where do I find my character sheet?
D&D Beyond.
Don't you have it on D&D Beyond?
Thank you, little Stony. Give me a
Switching.
second, please.
Oh, it was funny. I was at work the other day, and I was a little tired. Didn't sleep much the night before, and I'm like yawning. And then a guy comes in. And he's like, "Don't worry, I get it. I ate an edible last night. I feel miserable right now." I'm just like,
That'll do it to you.
Founder. Thanks, guys. Okay, hold on.
Okay, let's test your guys' memory. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who am I missing? Oh, I'm missing Mist. Mist, are you ready? Okay, can anyone remember what you guys did last time, or do you need me to do the recap?
well, three of us went to the library. We got some information on what could be causing the disappearances. We've turned up some stuff about a necromantic druidic ritual, creating like some sort of amalgam of corpses. And while the rest of the group went to arrange our travel, and we got direwolf pulled carriages, and our ranger tamed a displacer beast.
Didn't tame, but he
And
started the process.
started the process. He got bit for it though, as I recall.
Yeah,
That's
you guys,
that's actually all from memory.
can anyone add on, or will Mel get the the DM's inspiration?
I already got mine last time. I'm good.
Okay, Mel, you get the DM inspiration. Yeah, what happened last time? You guys got your job. You guys are to meet Turklin, uh, Sheriff Turklin at the small town, not small town, but like, yeah, just town of Pentacos, which is
Yeah,
northwest
Turkla.
of the city of Nalmora. Um, your guys' job is simple: find out what's happening to the town, why these people are going missing, and why, um, just why in general, why it's happening. You guys are going to be paid 100 gold plus any spoils you find, which is armor, additional gold, all that kind of stuff. Um, while you guys were researching, I think it was Nyla, Scoria, and M. Yeah, it was M.
Yeah.
You guys found different books on necromantic magic, druidic magic that all kind of led to the same thing. But in one of the books, one of the more important finds you guys did find was the name was blurred out, and you guys needed a Justicar ranked guardsman to unblur it, sort of sense. And just so happens that the sheriff technically holds the rank of Justicar. Rest of you guys, yes, you guys did get your carriage. You guys all met up and took off. It took 3 days of very boring travel because you guys picked the Gucci travel package of riding dire wolves. Uh, so no monsters or anything attacked. But while you guys were traveling, you guys did receive a raven saying, "This is the happenings of the town." You know, Nalmora beat Ilthar, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And as you guys are appearing on the town, I just realized I didn't put the music on. God damn it. 1 second. There's so much to do. It's that one. Please don't play. I have so many windows open, it's not even funny. Will it play? Is it playing? Or do I have George turned down that much?
George is not in the chat.
That's
Well, you heard him. All right, I'll be back.
what the hell? Did we break George?
Ugh.
All right.
Did you?
I did. I don't touch the bots. I'm not allowed to touch the bots because things
You
break
break
when.
them?
Yeah, I break everything. We all saw what happened when I tried to make a room. Um, I don't know. Shit. I wonder if I could. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna mess with that today. Um, but yeah, as you guys are appearing on the town, uh, you guys have been flagged in, waved already by a guard on the top of the wall. What do you guys want to do?
That's
I
all
believe I'm
being.
the one driving, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hail! We are from Namora. We're here on the behalf of Hunters Guild to investigate some reported disappearances.
The guard looks down to you all. You could see him. You could anybody that's looking up at this guy. Armored individual looks human from your guys' perspective. Kind of like he's making the motion for you guys, counting you guys out. As soon as he finishes counting you guys out, he kind of waves the torch back and forth, and the gates to the town open. And while it opens, I will do this for you guys. Open, damn it. You guys might need to zoom out a lot.
I see a tree.
Yeah, no, that happened to me too.
We're coming from the south.
Yes. So I'm only gonna put one token. I'm gonna put one token on because this is a very big map, and that's gonna signify all of you guys. There is a closer map that I will have ready for you guys when we get to that point.
When combat happened to me.
Not when combat. Well, it was like more personal stuff, but yeah. As you guys are coming, this is a very large wall too. This is standing about 30, 35 feet in the air. If you can see the little guards posts on the wall right there, that is where the guy is kind of waving you guys in, and there's an imaginary door that is there because I didn't like the doors that they had options available.
Fair.
And as you guys are walking in, it is a very bustling town. Cobblestone and hay is on the floor. People are walking around as there is a light drizzle coming down.
Hmm.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, were you supposed to return the mounts by like here and then pick them back up again?
Technically, what you guys were told was the mounts are yours until you guys return to Nalmora itself. So, anything
I assume
between...
there's probably a stable here somewhere.
Yes, we should probably find a place to let them rest their weary bones. I'm sure it's been a long journey. How are they looking?
They look fine. You guys were given food to kind of feed them, but they look
Meat.
fine. Yeah, they
Can you
look,
imagine?
they were given kibble.
Kibble.
But they,
Kibble and table scraps.
no. They were given the raw food diet. I know how much Abby hates that.
Wild animals, it's fine.
This is a domesticated dire wolf.
Okay, then I got problems.
It has been domesticated by your dragonborn friend right here.
Well,
But
I mean, there hasn't been enough time. They're still like technically a wild animal that's just been tamed.
yeah.
Like,
But as you guys are kind of scouring the area, make a perception check for me. If you're looking for the stables.
Yeah. Let's find a place to.
these boys, probably not great. Big 10.
Ooh, I am a big ol' 4.
I rolled a nat 20.
Well,
24.
all you needed was a 12 because it's pretty obvious where it's at. But Scoria, Jade, you guys are too busy staring at the guy that's standing above you guys with the guard. Valoran, Ignia, you guys do see the stables. It is a very big building off to the left right here. Oh my god, can I ping it? I don't remember how to ping.
I see it. I see it.
Um,
Well, I do, but she
Nyla,
doesn't.
you can see it. You can smell it from here. That's how good of finding out it is. But Nyla, you also see a guard walking up to you guys.
Oh, that doesn't say anything.
This guard is very well dressed. He has like like obviously because of the rain, he has like a trench coat, torch above his hand, and his armor very much looks like if you've seen like those old conquistadors where it's like just a metal plate in front of them. He has that with the leather coat over it, with a almost, I don't want to say like a top hat, but it's very regal looking hat, which is awkward for the rest of his ensemble.
Quite fancy.
Business in Pentacos.
Yes, I mentioned to your guard. We're on the behalf here of the Hunters Guild. We're here to investigate any reported disappearances.
And how many is that?
One,
Please.
4, 2.
The disappearances or our group?
Your group.
Okay.
He's having a very difficult time counting.
I want to
Six.
point this out because of what Ignia just said too. You wouldn't get an accurate number because you're missing a party member now.
6 total.
Okay. Stables. Any kind of gestures the torch towards the direction. Stables are that way. Show them your papers. You guys should be able to stable them for free. Please check in with the sheriff. He is in the town square.
Sheriff's in touch. That was going to be my question. Thank you very much. Sir.
Do you guys all go with the cart, or do you guys go there on your own pace? Outside of Ignia, who is fluttering away.
Oh, with the token clicked, so it's me talking. I was so confused.
Yeah, I was sitting here like, why does it say Valorian?
I was
over
like,
Ignia?
he's driving. I'm putting his on there.
Oh, okay. I was like, Pete, what's wrong
out
with
of
this
here.
picture?
But yeah, no.
Like, who's driving this cart?
So I guess
to the stables.
we should probably stick to Kenny for now until at least we check in with the sheriff.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, Jade's kind of just like lost in like just taking on in the new city. So she's just kind of wandering. She's like, yeah, sounds good. Let's not get lost.
And as you guys, Valoran, I assume you kind of steer the wolves towards the stables.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you move your token? That's my question.
Once I find my token in this great big city.
Look for
Right
the
outside the
outside
gate.
the city.
Outside the stealth gate here.
move to your
I
right.
can't
To
move
your
it.
right. There you go.
I can select it. I can't do anything with it.
Right.
Do you
I
have
just draw squares.
Okay, I was like, do you have the select
You're-
thing picking? I'm gonna give this to Nyla. Because of that 24. One thing you notice is that a lot of the townspeople that you guys are passing by, they look on edge. They look very tense. Obviously, strangers are in their town, but there also is a very much that feeling of, are these good people or are these bad people?
Nyla will pipe up and she'll state in this very melancholic tone, people don't seem very comfortable here. Stay on your guard.
Alright.
So with that, excuse me, with that, Jade'll be like, she'll stop being so like carefree about things, and she'll like kind of wise up and kind of be like, yeah, you're right.
Also, like,
And she'll walk a little closer to the cart or
like,
to the group.
hush. So, well, 26 people have gone missing. It's understandable that they'd be a little on edge.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And one thing you're noticing too, guys, I'm giving this to all of you guys, even M, who's probably fiddling with potions in the back. It feels like it's overcrowded in the town right now. Because you see stuff on basically outside of housing that looks like they're storing stuff right there. It very much does feel like people are bunkering up inside each house. So, like, these two big buildings that you guys passed, it looked like at least 30 people were walking in and out nonstop.
Oh.
I'm going to give this for Ignia because you flew off. As you were flying off, you did see a lot more people, but you didn't see as many children flying around.
it was predominantly children that was going on.
Everyone, we're looking for a hag. If you see a hag selling pies out on the streets, you know what to do.
Murder.
I'm going to tell you this.
Burn,
you
burn.
wish it was a
No
hag.
pies. Gotcha.
No pies. No pies.
Keep that in mind.
You burn that hut to the fucking ground.
But yeah, as soon as you guys get to the stables, you are met by what looks like a very older dwarven woman. As she kind of just standing there, her hand over her head, as she's watching you guys in, kind of like if you guys have ever taken a flight, you know those guys, the air traffic control guys who like wave you in. She's kind of doing the same thing with her hands as she's kind of like telling you where to park.
You guys
All
follow
right.
her instructions.
And as you guys park, there's not a lot of cattle or any kind of livestock that would be at a stable here. It looks pretty barren. There's plenty of fresh hay. There's plenty of fresh food. It's just it looks deserted for some reason.
This town
Is
gives me
this
an
where
eerie feeling.
This is where we're storing our animals for now.
I think there's probably a better spot to keep them.
It just seems a bit, well, a bit roughed up.
Ignia, what are you doing while they are basically backing in their carriage into the stables?
This is loud.
I hear you trying to talk, PV, but it's not going through.
Like you're lighting up, but nothing, no sound.
How about now? Sorry about that, y'all.
Now it's
she
going.
After not finding any animals to gawk at, she flew back over to rejoin the group.
Okay. As they're already at the stables by the time you fly back to them. The dwarven woman comes up to the back of the carriage and goes, it's 3 silver a day, unless you have any paperwork that can help pay for that on its own.
Who has the paper?
I think I do.
I want you to
I
know,
think
I have a note on who has the paperwork, and it's not Valorian.
Ignia flies into the back of the wagon to get M's attention about the paper.
M doesn't have it.
I thought she had all this stuff, didn't she?
No, she wasn't there for the meeting at all, so she wouldn't have it. The only thing that M would have is an ID that Nyla nabbed for her.
Didn't Nyla have the paper?
Maybe. I don't remember.
I thought M took it all, but my memory, my notes are my bad.
Evan said we got it, so Nyla has it apparently.
I do have a note on like who has what stuff, and I do have in big letters next to my notes. Nyla has the contract.
Well, Nyla, if somebody reminds her.
Paperwork? I don't know, whatever.
God damn it. I'm trying to get to the thing I want. Nyla will present the paperwork. She'll hold it out, but she won't let them take it.
She looks at it. She reads it. It looks like she's kind of squinting her eyes at it. Okay.
Like, she'll hold it out like this. Like, she'll take a piece of paper and be like...
Oh, no, No, I get that. But you're looking at this girl try to phonetically try to sound out each word.
You not know how to read?
Common is not my first language. That symbol looks correct. Okay. Leave them here. Is there any special meats, diets that they're on? Is there anything I'm not supposed to feed them? I know canines can't have chocolates.
That'd probably be a question for points to Valor.
Well, they are domestic, but they are still wolves. Just make sure you treat them with meat, or your life might be in danger. Is that all?
Meat. Got it. Just for the record, anything in your cart I would recommend taking with you. If you value it, I am not responsible for anything that is taken from the cart itself. But the cart will be safe.
I will have all my supplies with me.
That is for the that is for the 2 crafters that are in my group.
I mean, if fucking Heck, what am I gonna do? Do masonry on the road? Well,
Hey, you never know.
Yes.
You could chisel something out.
fair, I guess. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
how long do you assume to be staying in the town, just so I know how much food I'm going to prepare for these beasts?
Hopefully a few days' time, but we do not know.
Few days. Okay. Can you give me a ballpark, a number? A few
Hey.
days can mean a lot.
Yeah.
Potentially
Like
a
a
week's
week.
time.
Potentially, I said potentially a week.
Okay.
Um.
I will prepare at least 5 days because, let's be honest, a week is a very long time, and I can whip up raw meat and food pretty quickly for these beasts.
If
A
we're
week's a long time for you. Then what's a month?
Dear, if you're here for a month, I might charge you.
I was gonna say, I was
Oh
going to
no,
say, if
no!
we're gonna
I'm
be
not
here
talking
long.
about us staying here. I'm just talking about you.
I've lived here all my life. My mother was born here. I was born here.
All right, so that hasn't explained why a week feels long.
You'll understand after you've been here for a couple of hours why it feels forever here.
Can Nyla, like, incite this person?
Yes, yes, you can.
No.
Is she? How to put this? As a vet, I feel like you would understand this the most. Oh God! Spit went the wrong way.
Oh no.
It's supposed to come up, not down.
It went down the wrong hole. um, this girl looks very much like the vet tech who went into stuff like I'm gonna save the animals and has met owners and is like, ah, hope is gone.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. And she looks exhausted, as it is. While there's no work, she does look. Shut up, PV. I just saw. She does look very tired, even though obviously there isn't enough to work with.
Fair.
Okay. Do you guys need directions anywhere?
Town square.
Okay. You will want to go out straight. Take a left. If you go right, obviously you'll hit the gate. Go left, you'll see a fountain. And right across from there is Beard Bard's, which is the more major inn. That is roughly the town square.
Does
Okay.
it take a right?
Yeah.
Take a left.
Yeah,
At the
we
fountain?
yeah we were told the sheriff would be there. It's generally common for him to be there.
You're here to see Witherbloom?
Does that ring a bell to any of us?
Not for me.
I'm gonna roll a history to see if I know.
Yeah, same.
This is a very high DC, and you actually get it. You got the name of the sheriff.
That's
His
a
name-
high DC.
Listen, for how low level you guys are, yes.
You
Uh,
giving us like 20s.
I guess we both
I
know.
have a +0 to history, so the fact that I got it with a +0 makes me proud.
I've got a +3 because he's.
but with both of those, you guys beat it. But when you guys heard the sheriff's name, his name was Turkland, but you don't know if that was a first name or a last name. So you assume she knows him by a different name.
Yes.
Okay. Look for tall man. Very blonde, dirty blonde hair, beard, rifle on his back, armor, peg leg, or mechanical. I don't know how to describe it anymore.
Prosthetic?
Yes. If you guys need anything, go to Beard Bard's. Probably the best ale you'll get in this city. And if you guys need a place to stay, that's the place I would stay.
I would trust the dwarf's opinion on ale.
Okay. As she kind of does like a little curtsy. She is eyeing you guys all up.
Oh yeah, we're a weird fucking looking group.
Oh yeah, no, I was
Or
rolling insights for all of you
Jesus.
guys. Just for asking, while she's talking to you guys, what are you guys like? Are you guys scouting the town? Are you guys just focusing on this chick? What are you guys doing?
Like when she was giving directions, I sort of like looked in the direction she was gesturing, but like he was like giving her attention, but not like staring like intently. Like
You were
just
you were
running
doing the
away.
tourist thing of following the directions and kind of trying to map it out physically.
Like sort of like he went like that, but then like was listening to her when she spoke.
Okay, Jade, M. What about you two? What are you two doing?
Jade was kind of paying attention, but kind of like looking around a little bit more, like kind of paying attention, like yeah, left, right, fountain, something like that, tall, blonde, yeah,
Okay.
and looking around the room.
M. What about you?
Em's just standing quietly in the back,
Hmm.
listening.
Ignia, Valorian. Anything
About the
special y'all
same.
doing? Okay.
Ignia would have flown up, get out a little bit of altitude to map out kind of where the directions were, but that's about it.
Too
Okay, they can't sit still, so like.
Was that the bot?
Hmm.
Nope. But yeah, as you guys are kind of just mapping out everything, she does her curtsy. She kind of walks away. You guys do notice that people are watching you guys from the buildings surrounding you guys. So, like all the windows are open, and you can see shadows kind of peering at you.
And Nyla divine sense.
Divine sense? Yeah.
It doesn't have a time limit though.
I think it's just like an instant like ping.
As an action, you can detect good and evil until the end of your next turn. You can say 60 feet. Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah,
So
it's like
it's
a
once
6-second ping.
once the party starts walking though, that's when she's going to do it.
I'm actually trying to see if there's. I don't know if it's like echolocation or anything like that.
I think like full cover blocks or some like walls, like full walls cover it like up.
Oh no, I get that, but I'm trying to determine like how long does it last if she has to use multiple.
I think it's just like a one round thing. It's just like
Yeah,
a
it says
one round.
the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a 6-second ping. It's like a ping.
Okay.
Like and it just pings back.
I will say that once you get to the main thoroughfare, that would probably be the best possible time to use it. But as you're walking, you guys are all just get equally creepy vibes from. Like if you watch anything like Sleepy Hollow, any of those like Tim Burton movies, when the main character finally shows up and everybody's like, "What the hell is this guy?" That's the vibe you guys are getting right now.
I would
hell
say
yeah.
like when they get, I don't know, like where my mouse is, like about here.
Okay.
That feeling of discomfort of people watching.
I have a better solution for this. 1 second.
Oh, hello.
You guys have to scroll
Town
out
square.
way too much. Yes, this is the town square.
Nice, we're here.
There are a couple more buildings than were shown on the other map, and that is because I actually did try to fit everything.
Oh look, George
The
decided to
bot
show up.
works.
George decided to show up finally.
Is it playing is the question.
No.
Damn you, George.
You have to add music to the queue. I just brought him into the chat.
Ah, okay. Yay, he plays. I've been listening to this on my own. But
How heavy is the rain?
it is. I'm actually using Seattle for this because I'm trying to predict it. It is enough that you can walk to the end of the block and not feel like, oh, I need an umbrella, but it's still strong enough that these are like heavy raindrops, but it's not torrential. Like
I've got like a light flame going on the top of my head just to like
it
keep.
it wouldn't be enough to extinguish it.
Yeah, no, it's just to keep his head dry.
Okay, but yeah, as you get to the edge of the square, you're.
I'm gonna look outside at the snowstorm that's happening.
I want to point out we can see the sunshine coming from behind Mist's window.
It doesn't always snow in Seattle.
Rain, but yeah, no, I was using it as a reference because it hasn't rained in LA since yesterday.
Yesterday.
It rained
What's
yesterday.
rain? What is rain? Vegas said it was gonna rain yesterday, and it didn't rain at all.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
is this rain you're talking about?
It is when drivers forget how to drive.
Is that what coastal snow is like?
That's
Yes.
the snow.
But as you guys make your way into the town square, your divine sense goes off. You do get a couple pings. You get a lot of good pings, which come off as very bright, very warm feelings. But they get very faint as it gets near the river. Oh my god, how does it do it?
So when it's about
So I'm gonna do it with the
why?
So like if you can see my ruler, like right when it
Yeah.
hits these lights, that's where you're
Oh,
getting.
now it moves my character. I was gonna say when she's right about here.
Yeah, those are very faint pings, and right when you get
I
to the
can't move. Wait, can I? I had a. Oh, never mind. I can't. I just had the wrong thing selected.
yeah, if you guys want to move on your own, you guys can. I don't have a token for him, but I'm just gonna use a random monster.
How crowded is the town square?
The town square is pretty crowded. People are obviously selling foods. I don't know if you can see him, but there's a guy right here by the.
Does our man stand out?
He does stand out. He is at least a head taller than a lot of other people. His blonde hair does stick out, and he is very much surrounded by different people.
Does it look like they're all sort of like trying to get his attention, talk to him, or is he talking to them, or?
How to put it? If you ever go to like a sporting event or any public space and you see a bunch of cops together, and you see people kind of actively try not to stand near them, that's kind of what this is like.
Oh, and I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the group, but Scoria is just like walking in a straight line, not like rushing, but like just sort of casually walking towards.
He's beelining it, but at a casual pace to not get arrested.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't run at the police. Like,
So the divine sense is over here by the bridge, kind of.
Yeah,
the dark,
it doesn't.
the dark feeling.
It doesn't feel like it was there itself, but you felt like the area that it was coming from was this way. And as you guys, as you guys are walking up to the bridge, or like just in the town square itself, the bridge is massive. It is at least 40 feet wide. And it is about like 70 feet long, but in the middle of it, you could see like they blocked it off physically.
Does it look like climbable? Like
it very much does look climbable, but it looks like it. In D&D terms, I would make you make an athletics check just to get over it.
Like they're clearly trying to keep something out, something from that area of the town in.
Yeah.
Does it look like?
Oh, so many people talked at the same time. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jade.
I was gonna say, from where we're standing, does it look like the structures are sturdy, or does it look more like
this looks
rubble
like
piled up?
This sounds really messed up. It sounds like when you see homeless encampments, and they kind of like patchwork stuff together. It kind of looks like that.
Oh, that's why this area of the city is so packed, because I have half the town blockaded off. Sorry.
Nyla's gonna.
So it's like a shanty town?
Watch.
That side, it feels like a shanty town, but from the buildings you guys have been passing right away, it is very nice. Like these are old stone buildings that are really well kept. Across the way, they do look like they would have been nice buildings, but obviously maintenance has not been a thing.
Nyla's just gonna keep watch on that area, but still kind of remain in the vicinity of the party.
Do people give me a wide berth because my hair's on fire?
No.
My head's on fire? Okay,
no, everybody's looking at you like, okay, it's a dwarf that's on fire. That's not weird at all. But Nyla, give me a perception check. What are Valorian, Ignia, and M doing?
Oh, what?
What are you doing?
Yeah. Sorry,
I'm just kind of going with the party.
Ignia can't move token.
I know, I'm fixing that right now. Give me 1 second. It should work.
Do you have the right thing selected?
You select token controls, right?
Yeah, the token controls and the square.
Yeah, they're both selected.
That's weird. It should be working for you. Token name. Update token. I wonder if it's because I updated something. I don't remember. There should be 2 tokens of you on it.
I like to imagine it just like the top of his head just steaming slightly because the rain hitting the fire.
Oh my god, why is this not working?
But as far as the question goes, she's just with the group, looking around, observing
And now
everything.
now there's 2 Igneous.
I know. I was trying to make one work. I will fix this. Okay, you were with the group though.
Yeah.
Okay. Valorian, what are you doing?
Keeping an eye out, kind of going off what the role was earlier. Is there a lot of people that are just homeless, or is it just?
It doesn't look like they're homeless, but it looks like they were. I'm still trying to figure out why this is not working. Why? It just looks like people took them into their houses. But it looks like a lot of their storage wasn't able to be kept, so they're kind of just storing things outside.
Mm,
Uh,
I have a
My character's not intelligent enough to give an idea, so I'm just gonna keep going.
yeah. Yeah. If the rest of the party's keeping up, Scoria's just going to approach the group on what he presumes to be the sheriff.
Before Jade goes to the sheriff, I want to go look at the fountain real quick.
it's a normal fountain. Nothing really is happening. Em, what are
Never
you
mind.
doing?
I broke away from the group and I am going down this. I don't know, what is this, an alley? I don't
It's
know.
like an
I'm looking
alleyway.
at the stuff.
Uh,
I'm not, like, I'm just looking at the stuff that's on sale.
They look like crates of food, different produce, different vegetables and fruits. One thing that looks very exotic is there's a bunch of dragon fruits in there. The bright pink and purple is really expungent. It seems that this town grows them because there's a legitimate crate full of them. And then sacks of potatoes, sacks of rice. They actually have meat just kind of like sitting in like what seems like a cooler. But it doesn't look like anyone's attending this.
Oh, never mind then. I'm just gonna be looking around.
Yeah, as you're just looking around, you're noticing like someone does come out, grabs a piece, and then goes back into that big building. It's kind of leaning on. As Scoria, you do go up to the sheriff.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Roll me a quick insight. $20. This guy looks very much like he is almost done with his day. He is. You can see the stress on his face. His eyes look tired. He just looks over it of all the situation. As he sees you, he recognizes these are different faces in his town. As the group that he's in, there's about 4 of them. They kind of part ways so he can walk forward, and he does walk very complete. It doesn't look like he does have any prosthetics, but you do see the prosthetic very pronounced as his pant leg is rolled up to show it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've probably seen a few different prosthetics come through, like, his father's, like, forge, like, probably.
And
Size.
this one does look like
Well made.
it looks expensive for how well made it is.
Hello, sorry to, it's a bit late in the day, isn't it?
I would say it's about like 5-6 o'clock.
Sorry to come bother you so late in the day, but my companions and I, a couple of them seem to have wandered off. But we're here from the Hunters Guild, and we were told to come see you when we got to the town. Uh, we're here to help with whatever's going on here.
I'm trying.
I have.
He kind of looks you up and down as you're speaking to him. Uh, Thank you for making your way. We sent that request in like a week ago. We didn't think someone was gonna pick it up so fast.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
Before anything, can I see your IDs, or at least one of your IDs?
it's a temporary one, fairly new to this area of the country, but you know.
He takes it. You do see his hand kind of go over it, as his hand does glow. And his eyes kind of go wide a little bit. Okay. Hands it back to you. You guys being here, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot. As he kind of just explains to you, try now, PV, really quickly. Oh my god, it didn't work. Alright, oh, it does work. Okay, never mind. Fixed it. He kind of just looks you up and down as he hands it back. How many of you guys are there? Is my first question.
6 total. There's myself and points to Ignia.
Okay, he just looks down and then looks back up at you. His face is very unfazed by the hodgepodge group that's in front of him.
There's a couple like Jade looking at the fountain. I assume it Valorian a bit behind us. He probably can't pick out Nylia and M at like a glance, so he's like the other two are around somewhere.
I just want to point out, Nyla's like to your right.
Okay.
Valorian stands out a lot. A very well dressed Dragonborn.
Yeah.
The only one you can't see, because I can't see her either, is M.
She's in the. She's
Good
on the
job,
building here.
Em.
She's right over here.
I went into the building.
I see where she. I see where she is. Scoria
Super
does not.
sneaky.
I'm gonna do one thing really quick, and I'm gonna let it be a public roll so you guys can all see this. Okay. He's kind of checking all of you, and one thing that you're noticing, especially with that insight, is that his eyes are looking at each of you guys, and it's really weird to you that he can clock all of you pretty fast.
He's sizing us up.
Not just sizing you up, but he's identifying the fact that, oh, you guys aren't from my town.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a few of us stand out a lot more than others. Like,
and I will say this for anybody that it won't be a roll, but anybody that actually is looking, the town is very multiracial. If I don't know if that's the proper word anymore, but yeah, you guys are seeing everything from orcs to other dragonborn, not obviously sapphire dragonborns, but other dragonborns, elves.
I'm gonna guess that gem dragonborn are a little more common than like metallic or chromatic.
Gem dragonborns are not as common on this continent. I will say that.
Okay.
But yeah, he's looking at all of you. Come to the inn with me. We'll get out of the rain, and I'll introduce you to my team, and we'll discuss the situation.
Okay. I'll kind of like yell at M's name because he doesn't see her.
M, you walked into the tavern. You walked into the inn.
I wasn't trying to like hide or anything. It's just I saw someone walk into a building, so I followed them into a building. Like I wasn't trying to be sneaky. Or
no, it was
no,
the perception.
it's just like okay.
I'm pretty sure it's like you left your kid wandering around the mall, like, oh look, I went into a thing. But when you walk into that tavern, it is very vibrant. It's very warm. Very contrast to the outside environment. Um, for some reason, you feel a little bit like calmer when you walk in. Like it's very much a homey feel. As you do see a large human behind the bar, as she kind of waves you over. Table anywhere you want to sit. I'll get to you in just a moment. Can I get you anything to start? A drink?
Like, do I go to the bar to get the drink, or
No,
do I just
she is legitimately.
sit?
So like, I assume you're right in the door, and you're kind of just looking at everything.
I guess, yeah.
Or how far?
Like, do I see the person? Do I see the person that I
She is
like came in with?
the person that you came in with got lost in the crowd. But the amount of people that are in here is very much. But this lady can clock you in from 30 feet away, behind a bar. Like she could tell like you just walked in.
All right, if I
Yeah.
don't see the person that I was looking for, then I'm going to just, I don't know, maybe go sit down at a random table in the back.
Okay. As you sit down, I will let you roll a perception if you want to find this person.
No, it was just more curiosity. I was trying to see what they were bringing the food in for.
Okay. It's pretty obvious what they're bringing the food in for once you come into the building, but the lady's still waiting for to hear your answer of like, do you want anything? Like a drink?
No, she's still behind the bar, and I'm now sitting at a table. So, like, am I supposed to yell across the bar what I want, or?
Yeah, that's automatically what she's assuming you're gonna do.
I would not do that. I would just sit down. If someone comes up to me, I'll order, but otherwise, I'm just gonna sit down.
She did say she'll get to you in a second after she's done whatever she's doing.
I'll wait for her. I'm
Okay.
not in a rush.
As you're just sitting there waiting, the people in here seem a lot happier than the people you saw in the street. When you guys were walking through the town, it felt very dead outside. Kind of like, hey, we're gonna get through with our day and then hurry home. In here, it feels very much like everyone's a little happier, a little bit more sane. And as the rest of the party kind of walks in the door, do you flag them down or you just let them look for you?
I don't think they would be looking for me because I don't think they know I'm in here. But I would just be sitting and minding my own business.
And as you're sitting minding your own business, the lady that was behind the bar does come up to your table and it's like, sorry, I don't think you heard me. Do you want anything to drink, food, room to stay in?
What kind of food do you have?
We have shepherd's pie. I think we have some fresh fish. Do you have any allergies or anything like that?
How would I know if I'm allergic to something?
Do you ever eat anything and it hurts after?
Anything that's not cooked. Do you have anything like steak?
I could whip up a steak, yes.
I'll take that. With potatoes.
Okay, steak and potatoes. Do you want anything to drink?
Just water.
Okay, I'll give you a tankard of water right now. I'll be back with your food. As she kind of walks away, this is a mountain of a woman too. She's standing at least a good 6'8", and she is built like a tank. But owning a tavern, it kind of makes sense, especially on a town like this. As you guys, the rest of the party does walk in. The lady, in kind of almost in automatic fashion, turns her head towards the door, screams out, welcome. There's not a lot of tables. Please find whatever one you can fit your group in. Do you guys want anything? As she kind of is continue walking, kind of turned her body, kind of walking out of, without looking.
Just some water, please.
Water. Rest of you, anything special? We got ale, whiskeys,
Whiskey.
whiskey. Okay.
Water.
Uh,
please.
Water.
yeah, just some water, and she'll kind of scan the room. Do we see? Do I get to see M? To be at the table.
You need to make a perception check for that one.
Woo.
Ignia, anything for you?
Really.
Like some bread, some honey, some milk.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my
I
gosh.
got it working.
I knew this was happening.
18.
I assume like M's not trying to hide, right? No. With the 18, you do see her. She is kind of sitting at a table in the back. It's not a very large table. You guys would probably have to sit at a table adjacent to her to fit your entire group. But
Yeah.
you do see
Well,
her.
I'd be
in the back.
probably splitting between 2 tables.
Yeah.
As long as there's an
all
open table next
Just
to
get
her.
really close and just like
No, we
hover
just all
around
like
my
two
table.
people.
We'll just
per
all
chair.
hug on one table.
Don't be that group.
Won't be frustrating anymore.
Ah,
Don't be that group. No. But yeah, as you guys are all seated on one side of the, seated like Jesus Christ at the Last Supper, all on one side of the table.
Yeah, no, and we just have Turklin sitting on the other side, all just jammed into the back.
Yeah, she comes back. It actually is very quick how fast she comes back with your food, Em. It's a very nice porterhouse steak with some smashed potatoes that have some cheese on top of it. As the rest of you guys get your waters, Ignia gets...
Worf's the only one drinking alcohol.
Yeah, Scoria gets his little shot of whiskey. And Ignia gets a mini charcuterie plate of honey, fruits, and other nondescript. As it is a very good 30 minutes before Turklin walks in. Is there anything you guys want to discuss before they walk in?
Is it safe for you to drink that?
Yes, I could drink this water.
Not you, him. He's made of straight fire and he's drinking whiskey.
The fire's out since I went in the building. Just like, yes.
He's a dwarf. He's made of whiskey.
Well, I mean,
You hear a voice scream out in the back like, "No, we're not. We're made out of ale."
This
Just
one's made
alcohol
out of
in there.
whiskey.
and
He's
fire.
fiery.
Nyla will tell the party that when she was doing divine sense that she detected something of a darker nature towards the bridge.
Oh, that reminds me. I needed to tell you something,
Would
Nyla, and I'm
What
gonna
is
message
divine
it to you.
sense?
would explain why the bridge is barricaded. Well, probably whatever's been happening here is probably on the other side of town. This explains why this side of town's so crowded. Probably compacting
Yes.
the whole town into half of the town.
We can ask the sheriff what side of the town things have been
Well,
happening.
I'm gonna guess the other side of town, but yes, we should ask him. Yeah. And should probably see about getting him to take a look at that blocked passage in the book we found as well. See if that might reveal some more information.
And as you guys are talking, you do see the door kind of open up. As
I assume we're able to get food as well while we're waiting.
yeah.
like- Okay.
Same thing as I told M. They have their main thing is like shepherd's pie, fresh fish. They have nondescript vegetable platters. Obviously, they can make a charcuterie board apparently. And they can make a steak and potatoes if you guys wanted.
Yeah, I'll get some shepherd's pie.
Like
Oh, I want
as you
shepherd.
guys order your food, and it gets delivered, the door opens up and you see 4 guards walk in before Turklin himself actually does walk in. You do see an orc and 2 elves and another human. As they all walk in, they're all kind of standing at attention until Turklin walks past them and is beelining it to you guys. And a lot of the patrons in the tavern itself are kind of making way so that way he can walk to you guys. Is there anything you guys are going to do before he actually gets to you? Or just...
Yes, get our contract out, get the book out, the book we took out from the library, I suppose.
Question.
Although we might have already had those out, to be honest.
Question.
Answer.
When Nyla was using divine sense, did she detect anything from the sheriff?
He
'Cause she
he
had to
gave
pass-
off he gave off a lot of the good from the divine sense. And the evil sense was kind of like almost like you were going to be sick. That very nauseating feeling that something bad's about to happen. You know when like you can tell someone's going to eat shit, and you're just like, oh, this is going to end badly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got that feeling from the bridge, but from him you got that very calming, very you felt better about your day from him.
Okay.
One hell of a good sense.
Right.
Listen, when I made this NPC, in my mind he was automatically lawful good. Okay. But as he walks up to you, he kind of grabs some empty chairs, sets them for his deputies to sit first before he sits himself. So you're the ones that the Gray Lady has sent. Yes.
Indeed.
Nyla will show the paperwork, but she'll do the same thing as she did the stable lady. She'll be like, "Look at it."
Okay. I'm
You
gonna
know- you know-
I'm gonna ask this very politely. How strong of a grip do you have on that paperwork? Like, are you gripping it, or like it's like a light, like delicate?
Holding.
Yeah.
Is she gonna snatch at your hand?
Like, she's holding on to it, but if she sees that his hand's going for it, she's going to pull it back. Because she
Okay.
doesn't know him. Even though she had a good sense for him, she still doesn't know him.
Okay.
So she's like,
He is gonna try to take it. Because you're pulling it away, I'm gonna make it a sleight of hand check against him.
okay.
So roll against it.
I don't have anything.
He beat you by 1.
Damn.
As you're pulling it back, he swipes at it, and he's just looking at it. He's just going over the notes of just checking, like, okay, this is a legit contract. You guys aren't just faking one. Okay. Introductions first. I am Turklin Witherbloom. I am the sheriff of this town. I am a former justicar of the city. Please do not destroy anything in my town because I have worked hard to keep it safe. To my left, you guys do see another human. This human looks strangely like the sheriff himself. A little bit younger, a little bit unseasoned.
Son.
He does introduce him. This is his son, Torrance Wrecker Witherbloom. He kind of bows his head. He is very much the... If you guys ever watch cop shows, he's the young, brash cop that thinks he's the shit. That's the face he has. To his left is the orc. He introduces us Martel Welk. He kind of nods his head. To his right is a very young-looking elf, Sonia Itari. And to his right is another elf named Orin Otari. Itari, my bad. Do you have names, or what am I calling you as a collective?
Or I am behind myself. I'll let everyone else introduce themselves. I'm not gonna.
But rather just here to handle the business as needed.
Nyla.
Nyla, good to meet you.
I wave and I go, my name is Jade.
Yeah, I'll kind of like nod in acknowledgement.
Hello.
You know, we don't get a lot of fairies here, but good to see that they're around.
2 months I've known this was coming.
I've known this was coming. I was
Amazing.
just waiting for it. As you could feel some of the eyes looking at you, like the orc and the sun looking at you, kind of a little suspiciously.
I'm gonna intentionally put a very large piece of steak in my mouth and just start chewing.
I'll be honest. I don't expect a lot of you to introduce yourselves. It is just polite. But we will get to business. As he kind of like looks around, just kind of make sure not a lot of people are kind of near you guys. And as he begins talking, you see Oren kind of turn around, put his back on the table, and is kind of staring out at the general populace of the tavern. So, like we said in the contract, around 20 to 30 people have gone missing, many of them being under the age of 14. But
What side of town did it happen on? What side of the river?
it obviously would be the other side of the river.
And that's why it's been blocked off, barricaded.
He kind of like leans in just to not say it out loud. If we're being 100% honest, the barricade is just there to ease their minds. It has not done anything.
Yeah, there's cats there.
Yeah, the cats, we don't know what it is, but whenever those cats are around, nothing happens. It's almost like they're deterring whatever it is.
Possibly whatever it is doesn't like cats.
I
mean, have you
don't
seen a feral cat?
know.
Fair
Was she getting dark when she was doing her divine sense? Was the dark things emanating from the cats?
No. You gotta like anybody that knows cats aren't exactly the most, if we had to put them on the scale, they aren't exactly the most lawful good. But you did get a small warm feeling from them, but not like, oh, I'm gonna save the world. More of like, you're not bothered.
Presence.
Yeah, you're tolerated in my presence, but it wasn't a bad feeling. The bad feeling was
Cats
coming
of the
from
devil.
beyond.
I don't know what you're talking about. Cats of the devil.
But you know what happened when a cat picks you, right? Like, it's very defensive of you. Like, these cats were very, like, this is our side. This isn't your side kind of feeling.
Okay.
So, just like you live with the cat doesn't live with you.
He continues on just saying, yeah, the barrier's just there for show at this point. Truth be told, we've had more than what we stated be kidnapped.
The letter said 26.
Yeah, that.
I assume more have happened since the letter was sent out.
So when we officially made the count, that was how many could be identified as missing. We are unsure, but the number might be in the 50s, maybe 60s.
You said they're all children.
Not all.
Mostly.
There's a good portion of them are children, but a lot of them are adults also.
Is there a particular type of adult?
Honestly, this town holds very different races. They took everybody.
So, but it wasn't mostly men or women?
Or was it people sickly or elderly?
That you could identify.
Yeah,
any type of pattern that you could see.
The orc kind of leans in. The body parts we found were healthy.
So some people are definitely dead already.
The sheriff kind of like smirks a little bit. Like, obviously as a cop, like he does have some sense of humor, but he's like, a missing limb doesn't always mean someone's dead. As he kind of looks down and then looks up.
Fair point, but it doesn't bode well when someone's limbs start turning up.
Exactly.
Especially, who has the book that we took out? I know we were.
Nyla.
We were all reading it, so I'm just like, who has it? Like, it's just sort of like a.
Whose turn whose turn had it?
Whose turn was with the book? Like, we did some.
I want to say M has the book, but I might be wrong.
I will say this: I do have who has the book.
Well, no, because I'm thinking over the trip. over the trip, we all like probably were taking turns with the book. So like it
Yeah.
may have not been with the same person who like left off with it when we left off the
Well,
session.
I know during the trip, Nyla wasn't paying attention to anything because she was being very summery. So, or
So
not summery,
probably
springy.
I would
So-
say
Um,
I would say at this point M did get the book back. It probably did a round, and then she was probably just holding on to it. Like, okay, cool.
like he sort of like, could I please see it? He holds his hand out.
Me.
Yeah.
Oh. She'll dig into her little knapsack and retrieve the book.
He was avoiding using her name because it seemed like she didn't want her name to be said. So like,
Hey, you with the face, can I see the book?
no, but like he looked at her and like held his hand out, like he addressed her without. You can address someone without saying their name. It's just hard to do over the computer.
You can do it. You can just be like, hey, you over there.
I mean, I imagine when I move my hand a certain way, like my hand disappears because of this like back image.
I know.
So you can say he looks to M.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
But
He'll go towards like where the passage is that's been blocked off. From our personal research on the matter, based off the information you gave in the contract, we determined that what's going on is something magical in nature. Probably from some sort of ancient druidic magic being used for necromancy. And then he opens it to the highlighted page. We were aware there's like the block passage that we're hoping that you might be able to remove the block on this passage, so we might be able to glean more information from this page.
he looks at you guys just a little. His eyes are a little wide right now. Just the fact that you guys have this book. I didn't think that symbol was going to mean anything. I'll be honest, but okay. As he kind of
I have
like
to consider every variable.
he reaches into his coat and he's pulling out what looks like a medallion. But Lauren, you've seen this medallion before. It is basically the symbol of the city. Anybody above a gray coat bears it. Even some guild leaders are kind of rewarded with this. It is a symbol of. It's basically like a small symbol of power. As he kind of puts it to the book, puts his hand on top of it, and his eyes glow for a second. As he kind of removes the medallion. Okay. The name. Oh god, fuck. That's on a different note page. Damn it. I have like 12 note pages open. I write so much.
Oh, that fair.
Hold on. 1 second. There you go. Oh no, that is not the right one. Okay, there it is. It is a mark of Beelzebub.
How common is that name? Like,
Anyone that wants to can roll either a history check or an arcana check. Or a nature check.
all those are the same for me, so let's go history.
17.
Nah.
Lauren, M, or you guys want to make a roll? Or are you guys just kind of there?
I don't think it would be smart enough.
What's that? Nature.
But you know what? Haha.
Not even nature?
Is my nature even better? My nature's not better.
Like you're a ranger, maybe. I was like, you're a ranger, maybe he has.
I will say this, Nyla, you've heard it in passing before. It's one of those like history lessons you're supposed to learn. Especially being in winter, who was kind of I don't want to say the more serious one, but whenever you were in winter, you kind of focused a little bit better. Ignia, from your time in the Feywild, you have heard this name. It is very much one of those names like, oh, don't say it out loud, or he's gonna come get you. He is very much viewed as like everything the Feywild stands for, which is very much nature. He is the opposite. He wants to wither and destroy it all. What do you guys do with that information? Or does Ignia pass that information around?
She does so.
Okay. The sheriff kind of looks at you guys, kind of like that. That tracks. To be honest, knowing my history of the names, I do not assume it to be Beelzebub himself. Maybe a follower. But
Well, considering the ties to druidic magic, possibly a druid that follows him. Strangely enough,
possibly.
though he seems to be the antithesis of what a druid would really stand for, at least in my experience.
Truth be told, some of the... I don't want to call them corpses because they aren't a full corpse.
Miscellaneous body parts.
Yes. Some of the body parts we found look like they've had stuff ripped out of them. A lot more blood than should have been possible for a singular wound. So hearing that it's necromancy makes sense.
Yeah.
Now my question would be, knowing that it is more divine in nature, there are several options I can give you as a lead. There is the initial temple on the other side. I would start there if possible. We honestly do not have the manpower or the firepower to fight anything. My rifle can only do so much, as can my men's weapons.
Of course.
I would also recommend going to the church out of town. It is an old world church. I don't know what you'll find there, but truth be told, it is commonly used. It's commonly said that it is cursed.
Could be a cover story for someone wanting to use it as a base of operations.
And if I could give more information on the incidents, a lot of them happen at night.
We should do our investigations at night, is what you think.
At night would be if you want to find whatever is fighting or hurting people. But if you want to be safe and do more building inspections for some of the buildings across, I would say go during the day. The light on that side is not as well, mainly because we haven't upkept the lanterns. Do you guys need anything from us? I can give you I could give you rooms here for free. My wife is the caretaker as it is.
That'd be very helpful, thank you.
Yeah.
You are helping us, so I do not mind at all.
What do you guys think? The day or night approach?
Both.
Can't do both because we need to sleep. We need to sleep
Well,
at some point.
We could do this more than one day.
Yeah. No, I mean, what should we start with?
Well, I think we should do this at night, so it's clear that the people there who are, well, let's just say, I have a suspicion that perhaps most of it happens at night regarding, well, you saw when we come in, the people and their items are all outside. They seem to be either scared of something, but they have left their belongings outside. If any sane person of any class would care for their things, it would keep it inside, not throw it out. I've seen people even hoard their items. This
one of
Makes
the
no sense.
guards kind of speaks up. For the record, a lot of people aren't throwing out their belongings. It is just a lot of these houses don't have the space. A lot of our citizens have, if they have not left for whatever reason, they have also taken in other citizens to kind of just make sure they have a place to stay and warmth and feel more safe.
That you're aware of, is there anyone still who has insisted staying on the other side despite what's going on?
Damn it.
That's a good question.
And so some people are like, "I will die in this house before I leave."
I want you to roll
I'll die on this hill.
you to roll an insight on on all of the guards. Whoever wants to roll an insight on that after you ask that question.
I mean, I asked it, so I'm gonna.
Scoria, you can
Fucking
roll.
17 plus 3 again.
I'll say this, Scoria, because you asked it in general, you could roll a persuasion with advantage just for shenanigans.
Okay.
Jade, Valorian,
17.
you guys don't really get anything from them. They look very tense about it though. Scoria, you do get that struck something, like, oh, we didn't think about that. Nyla, you really do get that. You can see the brain's processing a name right now. With that.
What's the name?
Well, with the persuasion check, he does convince himself to say yes to it. There's an old hunter. If you leave out the other side of town, his cottage is not far out. It is about halfway between here and the church. He has always lived in that church, and truth be told, he has acted as a watchman for us before. I've never known him to not take a challenge, but he also has not spoken to us since the last kidnapping or the last taking of a person.
I think he's maybe taken upon himself to find whatever's causing the disappearances.
His name is Orthan. He is. Why did that come out as M? I want to know that. Oh, I'm clicked on M. That's why.
Hey, Evan. Is it nighttime right now? Per my notes, like we arrived in the city like around 5 p.m.
You guys you guys arrived around like 4:30. It took about like 10-15 minutes to get to the city square and all this to happen. It's now about like 6 o'clock. So it would be night right now. But he continues on, just, he's a very large man. I don't know what to describe him as. Someone has called him a bugbear before, but I don't see the goblin features to call him that. But when you see him, you'll know it's him. Just,
A bit fuzzy.
a little bit fuzzy, but he doesn't have the weird limbs that some bugbears have.
Good to know.
As he looks at all of you guys, I would recommend probably going to his cottage when it's not raining. It is a dirt path, but truth be told, last time we sent someone, they came back with a broken ankle from just slipping. That happens all the time.
Good to know. Now, is there a way over to the other side of town that doesn't involve climbing over the barricade?
There's another bridge, but it's about 12 miles north of here.
We'll climb over the barricade, I think.
We can help you take some of it down so you can get through.
That would be appreciated. Do we want to rest the night first, or do we want to straight go?
Rest for the night, travel first thing in the morning.
Possibly give a good go over in the day, then maybe camp out on that side and see if anything happens overnight. Keep watch. That sound like a plan? Or?
Correct me if I'm wrong. We've had a long rest, right?
Yes.
Well, but it's also
you guys-
like 6 p.m.
Yeah, you guys.
We've been traveling all day.
Yeah, you guys.
We're probably a little tired.
You guys just.
So it's been a long day of travel.
You guys drove in, and then you guys started this part up.
Like, you've sat on a wooden bench all day, I imagine your ass is probably fucking sore.
Valerian I think, is more antsy to get things done because he has been cooped up for days. Well, maybe not make camp, but we can make our way over there. We can make watches. We will be our own god while we keep an eye out.
Are you
We're here to get
suggesting
this
we?
as-
Are you suggesting we travel tonight?
Yes.
You're suggesting completely unprepared to cross over.
I thought we wanted to go over there at nighttime anyway.
We wanted to go first. It sounds like some of us wanted to go first thing in the morning. I'd rather do a day to scout out the area, have a better lay of the land, than just travel at night and God knows what's going to happen.
Nyla does
I'm
make a good point.
afraid that there will be another kidnapping. I'm afraid that there's someone else will be missing by the time we sleep, wake up, and do our thing.
Has there been many disappearances since you brought everyone over to this side of the town?
There's been about 6. Nothing
And how many?
Nothing in the last week, I think. Now since I posted the mission.
Does that put your heart mind a bit more at ease, Valorian?
It-
I think it'd be better if we're all prepared.
No.
As he kind of looks at all of you, I would say that I would recommend this. We do have some people who have said that they've seen the assailants that have taken people. One of them I don't believe as much because she's a little kind of goes the crazy sign. Another one, he is more credible, but he also had someone taken, so it might be grief.
Probably should talk to all of them. Just the more sources of information, the better.
I'm going to stick with we travel in the morning. We sleep tonight, we travel in the morning.
Maybe
Our own safety comes before, because if we don't stay alive, well, then our mission's not complete.
we can't help it. But yeah. Now, my thoughts on the matter is perhaps we approach these people, witnesses, ask them a few questions this evening, get a good rest in, leave at dawn tomorrow morning. How does that sound? Don't answer all at once.
I assume like half of you guys are eating and like you're like
It's just him being
will
impatient
agree.
after.
Nyla will agree, considering that her priority is safety. So, as long as they come back to this inn and rest,
What
instead
are
of crossing
the
over.
witnesses' names and where might we be able to find them?
there's Gertrude. She is if you're going on the main thoroughfare, she is the second largest house on the left if you're leaving back out of town. And there is Winkler, who is actually just next door.
Let's go talk to Winkler.
And then
The party can split. We
Yeah.
half can ask.
Oh
one
yeah, because
person.
that's a great
who
idea.
wants to talk to the grieving man and who wants to talk to the crazy old lady?
I bet the crazy old lady has cats. I'm good with cats.
Scory doesn't say that's me saying that.
Nyla will just look at Valorian and she'll be like, "Why don't you go check the cats out by the bridge?"
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna leave.
She's like, "He's so dumb." Nyla didn't
Great
think
with
he'd
animals,
actually. Nyla didn't think he'd actually do it, considering that, like,
Does she say that out loud? Like he's so dumb.
yes, she does.
Great with
say
animals,
it.
though.
He does love animals.
Like he's good with a crossbow. He's great with animals. Just intelligence isn't everyone's strong suit.
Neither is mine, but I still would think before I act.
Well,
He definitely seems a bit impulsive.
Nyla will
What is
go
that?
after him since she's the one that sent him out for the cats.
um,
The guy was just
shit.
kidding.
the sheriff kind of like puts his hand on the table as he stands up. The investigation is yours. My men will still be around. If you have any questions, please ask them or me if you find me.
If we find any new information, we will let you or one of your men know.
If you can't find any of us, tell my wife. She is, and he points at the waitress that has been serving you. She is right
Mhm.
there. She knows most of the details as well. She'll let me know. And if you guys have any need of resources, please ask it. We'll try to procure it for you. I can't guarantee anything fancy, but if you guys need a bullet or you guys need arrows, we can probably find some for you.
I don't think I need any of that yet,
Thank you.
but thank you.
Appreciated.
Did Valorian go out for the cats?
He
Yep. I'll go see
did,
the cats.
but
Cats.
before we go to that, I'm gonna say let's take a break because we have been playing for like an hour and a half, and then we'll come back to it. We'll start off with Valorian and the cats.
Valorian and the cats.
Nyla,
Oh,
like
God.
I said, will have followed Valorian because she's like, oh my god.
Okay.
I just said don't talk with some questionable
There's
cats.
only one thing I'm good at, okay? I'm gonna go do it.
Alright, I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna
Let me grab a drink and stretch my legs.
turn my camera off right now. Actually, I'm just
I just put the shutter on mine.
be right back.
There, back.
Charger, like a phone charger? I think so. Where's the computer? I didn't move it, so it should still be downstairs. Like, you know, like when you brush your hair, how you like develop like hair on your thing going off? Yeah. Yeah, I know that. I'm like, it's a ball of my double ass hair. You're like, You guys have a fan in your room that you can use?
That fan doesn't work. I mean, it works, but not
Is there something that we can plug here to like blow from in the hallway into your room? There's much more out here in the hallway.
Back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I forgot to send you that earlier. I was like, oh crap, I saw your perception check. I'm like, oh, that's right, I told her to roll for that. Oh, and I didn't clarify this, but that where like the bridge is, where the river's at, there's a wall. Kind of like a railing so people don't fall in the river. And there were there were several other cats there too.
Many cats.
Yes. Like. Oh. Oh my god, Santa Claus 2 came out in 2002. I feel old.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So PV, I think I understand why the voice isn't coming through as clearly. I think it's too high pitched for your mic to pick it up.
No, it's because I got. You have to turn off noise cancellation for it to work, and I just forget. So because I'm on without noise cancellation, I have push to talk on, and I'm just not used to talking with push to talk on.
Okay. Because I was like, I know that some mics, if you hit a certain octave, it doesn't pick it up right away.
Yeah, I don't think it's the mic because it alters it digitally through the computer. So, or was my sentences not like completing, or
how to put it? I can hear part of the word, but it wasn't going all the way through. If that made sense. So when you were saying when you were talking about your order, like honey and all that stuff, I was like, I heard honey, and that was it.
Oh. I'll fiddle around with it some more later. I'll just stop using it for now then,
No,
and
it's
just
okay.
talk.
I enjoy it, but it makes me laugh. I'm just gonna point that out.
Yeah, I know.
If I had to be serious, that would break me so fast.
It's a fairy voice, so it's gonna be high pitched. I can't pitch my voice high enough to voice act a fairy, especially a female fairy.
I'll be honest. I gave up on trying to do voices a long time ago because
I can do it with this program. Without it, it's either my voice now or the voice I use when I'm talking to my cat, which I actually use because it helps make it sound less robotic for some reason. I don't know. But until I get it worked out on my end, I'll just use my voice for now because that kind of sucks. I didn't know it was that choppy.
No, how to put it? Like, I know sometimes words don't pick up on my end because I talk too fast, but it's one of those things that just happens and you can't really do anything about it. I think it's fine though.
I don't have it. I'll lean really far back from my mic, and then I'm not talking loud enough to pick it up.
Also, y'all keep talking about cats. You got Ignia freaking the fuck out.
I know, I saw that. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for that. I finally get to use real world lore of how cats are super fucked up in mythologies.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I'm doing a campaign that's not D&D, and my best way to describe it is characters are kind of monsters, but you roll for what you look like randomly. My character is horrific. I put it this way. I've had to look up a lot about burns the last couple days.
Oh, what burn marks can look like? I get that.
Well, because my character, one of the things, because I don't know if anyone here has heard of it, but there's like a role playing system that came out in the '90s that had a really cool idea, but the system was like bad. It's called Nightbane.
Oh,
But like basically one day your character goes through an experience where they turn into a monster, and you can kind of go back and forth between your humanoid form and your monster form, but your monster form is your true form. But your monstrous characteristics are determined randomly by a series of percentile charts. And not all of the traits are good. For example, my character has no face. So they can't see or smell anything. Which, not being able to smell anything is good because they're covered head to toe in burns. Constantly.
I know how to put it. I, I, I think burns are one of the hardest things to describe, in my opinion, just because.
Well, depending on the degree, it can be very different.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's
we
scars are very easy to describe because depending on how you got the scar, that's really it goes into how you're describing it. Burns are very much like throwing water at a wall and saying how the droplets come down. It's really randomized.
So the way we sort of decided, me and the GM, is that the character, like, it's almost like the fire started from like the core of them, and then spread out from there. So their entire torso is like covered in 3rd degree burns, but their limbs are sort of like only like 2nd degree burns. And their head. So like I rolled a series of traits, like basically I have covered head to toe in burns, I don't have a face. My head is covered in mouths. They're vampiric. So all the mouths are like have vampire fangs. And then from the elbow down, their arms are replaced with axes. They are a horrific looking being and are in constant pain. And can't see or smell shit. The one blessing is that they'll never be able to see what they look like when they're in their monster form because they don't have eyes. They just feel the sensation of burns covering their whole body and the feeling of having several mouths on their head.
I'm just picturing I think it's from SpongeBob, where it's like, my bones are made of glass and my skin is made of paper. Every time I take a step, it hurts.
Pretty much. Yeah. And just so you get a sense of a range, a friend of mine made a character his upper torso's a gorilla. From like the waist up, he has a gorilla's body. His skin is metal. He has angel wings. One of his arms is made of earth. And he is covered in razor wire.
Damn.
That's a hell of a combination.
Oof.
Yeah. He hits like a truck if he could actually hit anything because he's so fucking slow.
It makes sense.
The funny part is he's got the gorilla upper half. His fucking legs are basically human legs. His normal ass legs, but like from the waist up is a gorilla. We were making a bunch of Beast Wars jokes.
So he's just a gym rat that just skipped leg day like all the time.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know that problem. That's my favorite day. If you guys are ready, put in R in chat.
I see. I was muted. 1 second.
Okay.
Just because I realized something.
Okay, over there.
Yeah.
You heard that too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go check. Hold on 1 second.
You heard that too, right?
Yeah.
Both of us heard the thump, and we were just like, we looked at each other through the screen, and we were like,
There we go.
Oh, when you have animals in the house, sometimes you just hear a thump because they ran into something or
breaking shit.
All I heard was breaking shit, and to my response is always.
No, the thump we were referring to.
Everything's good. So let me.
What was it?
Oh, just something fell in my closet.
Oh,
You know.
okay.
Just testing
we-
gravity again.
Oh, you know,
Well,
the
we
body.
were guessing it was an animal, but like knocked something
Just a
over.
dead body.
Penny, come here.
Yeah.
Come here.
She's being nosy. She wants my Takis.
She wants my pistachios.
I'm tempted to give her one to see what happens.
I don't know if Takis are good for dogs.
They are not. Do not give them to dogs. It's something in the powder is bad for them. I forgot what it is, but it makes them throw up.
I don't even think they're good for people.
I was about
Yeah.
to say, I don't even think they should be good for people.
Penny,
But
what are you doing?
Here we are.
But going back to starting our session, let me change this back in.
Speaking of animals, we're going to the cats.
Yes. So Valorian, as you make your way outside, do me a perception check, really quick.
Find the cats.
Yeah, you gotta find the cats.
Find them.
Yeah, just to make it easier, I'm gonna move everybody around really quickly. 21. You can spot the cats. Against I'm gonna draw it out against right here against like where the river bank is. There is a wall, a railing to not have people fall in the river for obvious reasons. You do see very different breeds of cats that are just perched up on it. Some of them are seated, staring off across the river. Their tails, like when a cat is very interested in something and it is just kind of focused.
Clicking.
Yeah, it's just focused. Some are doing that. Some are just laying down, but all their eyes are focused on the other side. The closest cat is actually by this lantern right here. What do you want to do?
Clearly the most nice thing you can do is scare the cat. So I'm going to use Psionic Mind and telepathically talk to the closest one. And I'm just going to go meow.
I'm trying to think what role this would be. Oh my god. Roll me animal handling.
Meow.
Meow.
Damn it, I forgot you had a good animal handling.
I have a very good animal handling.
As you kind of meow at the cat, it looks back at you and looks away, and all you hear in your mind is you understand what they say in your mind, right?
No, actually, funny enough, they could probably understand me. Can I display this or no?
It should.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
You don't need to share language for it to understand these messages, but it must be able to understand at least one language to comprehend them. I don't think you speak feline.
No. I have a lot of languages actually, but I don't think that's any of them. Dwarfish, Elvish, Goblin.
Well, no, it's like you don't need to share a language with the creature for it to understand the messages, but it must be able to understand at least one language.
Yeah.
To be able to help it.
I will say insight that. Because it just looked at you and then looked back away, and it focused back across the bridge. 12.
Yeah.
This is an angry cat. He doesn't want to be bothered.
Does any of them not look angry?
They all look either angry or focused or asleep.
Nyla's gonna come up to him and be like, "Leave the cats alone."
Don't you think it's a bit precarious that they're staring on the other side, though? Let's see.
She nods.
This is gonna be really silly. I'm going to try to play with the cats by pulling out some rope and just dangling the rope around.
I'm going to use your previous animal handling. Actually, no, you know what? Make me a new one. Because this is a very different action than just talking to one.
Can this be our advantage? I like to imagine they want to do this, right?
Oh, wildcats.
Because we know cats like to go after things that
I'm gonna say
angle.
this. These look like feral cats. So
Yeah?
no, you do not get advantage.
Feral are different than domesticated.
They are not fun ones. 12. You do get a couple turn at you, but none of them walk towards you. Giant lizard man, be scary.
Giant lizard man thing. It's like,
Why do you want to play with the cats so bad?
You said to go and play with the cats, so I'm doing that.
It was my attempt to be funny.
And here we are! Playing with the cats. Though they're not very playful.
It's a little sad and depressing because they're not playing with you. Come back inside, reconvene with the party.
What else can I do?
very determined lizard man.
He is. And now he's going to turn around and walk back inside.
I'm gonna do something very funny. Can I use my boots?
Yeah, you can technically.
Can I just leave paw prints of a cat from my own footprints?
Oh, you can. Yeah.
It
Be
says,
like-
it says within one size class of the wearer.
No, I will say that if you do,
Cats are
it is-
tiny, I think.
Yeah, cats are tiny. The next size class would be small. It would be a very large cat print, but it would still be a cat print, but it would be too big for the rest of these cats.
Clearly, they must follow their new leader, so I'm gonna still do that. And not worry about any
Right.
repercussions about people finding big cat paws.
I will say this: as soon as you make the cat print, the rain with the mud and the hay that's on the ground kind of, after about like 10, 15 minutes, kind of starts to build up and it kind of fills it.
Doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away.
I work outside all the time.
It doesn't go away, but you could tell, like, if no one's actually like looking intently hard at it, it's not going to be noticeable.
You're right. So we're gonna have to do this treasure map style. I'm gonna start going into a curve all the way back to the inn.
As you are walking back into the inn like a child on a rainy day, what is the rest of the party doing?
Nyla returns to the group. She'd just be like, he's really trying to get those cats' attention.
Just for reference for everybody else, the guards have left.
Okay.
One of them did stay really quickly to give like a note to the barmaid, and then kind of walked back out.
Oh, I assume let's finish up eating, then maybe ask a couple questions from the witnesses that we're told about, and then rest for the night, and then go over to the side in the morning. How does that
Sounds like a
sound?
good plan to me.
Whatever works. I just said that I couldn't play with cats.
Mm.
As you're walking back in,
I'm
I'm just
sorry?
going to stop for Valoran. As you're walking back in, you are tracking
What?
mud inside, and they are large cat prints, and a lot of people that you're walking by are confused.
Yep.
But as you guys finish your meal,
I was just about to ask about that.
the barmaid comes by. She just reassures you guys don't have to pay for your food. Your room keys, whenever you're done, please see her. And she'll direct you guys each to your room. You guys will each get separate rooms. Unless you guys
I'm
wish.
surprised they have that many open rooms, to be honest.
Is it?
How many?
I will say this inn is a lot larger than what it seemed outside.
Oh no, just with all the people like
uh,
bunking up with each other and stuff like that. That's what I meant.
But yeah, like this is like 4 stories. If you guys look up, you can see like the kind of coil up of the building. And all the rooms can you can go onto your little balcony and look down and see the inn itself.
Look down on the peasant.
But yeah, she says you guys will have rooms when you guys get back, unless you guys wish to share. That's up to you. as she collects whatever dirty plates you guys have. You guys said you guys wanted to see the two witnesses, correct?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna
Witnesses.
Are you guys gonna split the party?
Are we?
I will say
It
this:
might
they're in
not
two
be-
different directions, so it's
It might
Never a
be-
good idea.
It might be best to not crowd these people. They've been through dramatic experience. A group of 6 people showing up might be a lot for them.
I mean, that is a fair
All right.
point.
So, who's our 2 most sensible people? I vote for myself. I think I'm very sensible, and I like cats.
Nyla turns away from him.
We should have someone who is good at interacting with people in each group we send.
So just to refresh
So-
everybody's memory, the woman witness, the female witness, is named Gertrude. She is called a little. She was told to be a little crazy.
Few screws with, yeah.
Yeah, the other one was Winkler. He was seen by the guards as more reliable, but he is also grieving because one of the kidnapping victims is related to him.
Yeah. I don't know who's good at discerning ramblings and who's good at dealing with the grieving. Did he say what relation?
He just said that was related to him, but they never specified who.
Okay. Who's good at dealing with a grieving family member? Who's good at dealing with discerning the ramblings of a crazy old woman?
Well, unfortunately, I've never dealt with either. But I feel like I might be better with helping the grieving fellow instead of the crazy woman.
Crazy.
I don't want to meet the crazy cat lady.
You say you
Yeah,
do or
Amy,
don't?
you come with me.
Okay, so... Oh my god, why is that not working?
And I kind of pat my shoulder so she can sit on my shoulder.
Jade, Ignia are going with Winkler. Oh, actually, no. Yeah.
Hey.
Nyla will be like, I'll deal with Gertrude.
Nyla. Valorian, you said you were going with
Gertrude?
with Gertrude?
Yep.
Okay.
I am very talkative. I like cats. Yes.
Wait, we have no guarantee she has cats just because she's an
She's
older lady who
Probably
may have
old, decrepit, and live by herself. I promise she probably has cats.
Nyla will turn to Valorian. Nyla will turn to Valorian and go, do you not know how to be nice?
What do you mean?
You just called somebody old and decrepit. You don't even know them.
They probably are old and decrepit.
I mean,
Nyla's like baffled.
I'd like to point out too that's like one of M's few sayings of this whole day, and she's like, "Yep, that's it. I'm gonna hit heart."
yep, old woman, old and decrepit.
M, which
No,
group?
it's like,
Are you gonna go with any group, or are you gonna stay around and kind of do your own thing again?
Ouch.
And we'll go with the crazy lady because now she's
Okay.
wanting to see how old and how decrepit this lady is.
Hell yeah!
Plus, she doesn't deal with grief well, so.
I guess I'm gonna go with Jade,
all right.
partially to keep an eye on them.
Okay, I'm gonna. All right, we're gonna do it this way then. Nyla and Jade, roll me initiative each. Higher one gets to choose who goes first.
At least we have like one fairly sensible person with each group. That was my goal.
I'm not sensible. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
He
I
was
feel
clearly
like you're
talking about
you're
me.
more
That's the
sensible
word.
than the two calling her old and decrepit before even meeting her.
Look, Nyla may be in the season of winter, and she may care for only her party at this point, but she still cares for other people.
Okay. Jade's group. Jade, Ignia, and Scoria. Do you guys want to go first, or do you want to make the other party go first? Is my question.
I mean, I guess we have less travel time, so it might make sense for us to go first.
Okay. As you guys walk out, he did say next door. Something you guys didn't realize, he didn't point out which way next door. But we are gonna do this. I'm gonna bring you guys back to the main city.
I'll ask the
I'm sorry.
the lady who owns the establishment. I'll also ask her name. We haven't asked her yet.
Are you gonna ask her name?
Yeah,
Beatrice Witherbloom.
Beatrice. Okay. Beatrice. Which way is Winkler's house?
So you guys should be able to see the main city.
Yeah.
She points out, not next door, but the house across from that. So it'd be this
Okay.
blue house right here.
Kirkland just mentioned he was close to the tavern. He didn't specify. Thank you.
And as soon as you guys get directions, as soon as you guys step out, you can see his house directly. The houses are not aligned correctly, like how modern architecture is made. They're kind of zigzagged. But his house is directly straight of that. What do you guys do as you guys approach?
Yes. Knock.
So as yeah, kind of like look around to see if like they're like, how's the house look? Is it like boarded up? Like, should we be like avoiding traps and such?
Roll me a perception check. It is not a high DC because obvious reasons.
Yeah,
16.
16.
There are boards on the house, but it doesn't seem like it's because of fear or because of... It looks like something broke.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So I guess we just go up to the door.
yeah. As you guys walk up, are you guys going to do anything besides just a normal knock? Or...
Are all the windows boarded up, or
No. So it looks like this is a two-story house. The top right window is boarded up, but it just looks like it was boarded up to keep the rain out.
okay? Does it look like there's any lights inside, or like anything?
In one of the windows, you can see a faint light. It does look like a curtain's blocking it, though.
Alright. That's just me checking, like, is anyone home? Like, are we just gonna be knocking on the door and standing there in the pouring fucking rain?
I'm gonna kind of brace myself and like, just in case if something like weird jumps out of the door.
Oh. I've, like, got my shield on our head. I guess, like, my hammer's, like, holstered, though. I had to think for a second what the fuck weapon I was using on this character. But yeah, he'll just give, like, a, like, gentle but, like, firm knock on the door. Just, like, 2 reps, just, like...
You hear some rustling inside. Nothing.
Did it sound like panic rustling, or...?
It sounded like someone got up, took a couple steps, and just stopped.
I'll wait, like, 30 seconds, and then do it a little bit harder. But keeping my ear, like, not right against the door, but, like, listening in.
A couple seconds go by. Ignia, Jade, are you guys standing right behind him, or on the sides of the door? Where are you guys standing?
If he's like right up against the door, I'm kind of like aside trying to... Are there any windows like right next to the door?
The closest door window is about like 10 feet away.
Is there like any like porch type situation, or like can I like look like as he's knocking? Can I like look around, or is it kind of just the door?
No, it's just the door. Like it's like a little staircase, just the door, and then the window is like up this way.
So I guess when he's first knocking, I'll stand next to him, kind of like brace myself, And then since it's nothing's really happening, I'll kind of like walk back up the stairs a little bit to try to like look at the upper, like up at the windows to see if there's any other movement.
The window you walk up to is covered. You could tell like it's just a glass window behind it, but it is covered and you can't really see much into it.
Gotcha.
Ignia, are you do anything?
That you said there was a boarded up window. Is it because it's broken?
Yes.
Yeah, she's going to be wanting to peek inside through the through the boards.
Roll me a perception check.
I
10.
think
You can see a light coming through the cracks of the window, but you can't really make out anything. Scoria, do me a favor, make a dex saving throw for me.
See, I knew it. Crazy kids.
As
Okay, I can take that.
you're like leaning against the door, none of you
I
guys,
wasn't like.
you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but you're like leaning close to it. You're not leaning against it.
Yeah.
But
He's like,
Has a
it's sort of
shield.
like knock, knock.
as you're like leaning, you guys didn't realize which way the door opens as the door comes flying open towards you.
So I get like walked in the side of the head by the.
Yeah, you get clocked open by a door. As a head kind of like peeks out. What?
We are here from the Hunters Guild. We're hoping to ask you. The sheriff mentioned you may have seen something due to all that, along with the disappearances of the town. We were wondering if we can ask you a couple questions about that.
The guy breathes in deeply as he kind of sizes you up. Devil man took him as he shuts the door back.
Devil man. I try to like catch the door, like.
I'll let you make another dex save for that.
Like, if anything, he just like jams his foot in to like stop the door from closing. It might just hurt, but like he just fucking. Okay, I'll make another dex save. Better.
18. You do get you get enough of the door to hold it open. I assume you're having like you have like a gauntlet on your hand, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like.
It doesn't shut hard enough for you to clip your fingers and hurt, but it does slam on your hand a little bit. You aren't gonna
Hoping
roll.
for a little bit of detailed explanation in that, sir, if you wouldn't mind. What did you want me to roll, sir?
I'm gonna move you guys. I'm gonna move him over to which house it is. He kind of like looks at you. You do see an axe being raised. I'd move.
I would advise against that. So, just
Sir-
want to ask you a couple questions. It's not. We're here to help.
Roll. Whoever's looking at him, you guys could roll an insight
Like-
check.
I mean, I assume like the door's cracked open. Like I don't know if there's much space for him to. Insight.
No, but there's some exposed fingers that are right there.
Oh nope, I don't see anything. I'm
11.
still too far away, I guess.
Ignia, do you want to?
And like I'll.
Sorry, my tab froze real quick. I'm having to refresh it.
Oh, okay.
Like and like his eyes will light up, and it's just like, trust me, don't do anything with that axe you'll regret.
All right, I'm gonna roll.
I'll roll intimidate if possible to like try to get him.
I'm gonna roll an insight really quickly. Okay. If I feel like it's not good enough, you might get a swing on you.
Uh-oh.
That's fine.
An 11 doesn't hit you, right?
No.
Okay. So you feel like across your knuckles, even under your
So,
armor,
like-
you feel the wind flash by.
Well, what he probably would have done, like, cause, like, he probably would have sensed, like, almost sensed it, so he probably would have jammed his foot in to the door and, like, pulled his gauntlet back. He probably would have jammed his foot in.
But yeah, as you jam your foot down, he kind of just looks at you.
They're not here.
He has let
We want help.
he has let go of the door. I just want to point that out.
He'll like, if he puts down the axe, he'll like, and he doesn't say anything like, if because I'm assuming since he whiffed, the other two probably don't see the swing.
No.
Okay, he doesn't say anything. Just I understand you're going through a lot right now, but we could really use the help, and we could find as many people as we can. But I'm going to need some help.
He's walking away from the door. It's basically an invite to come in at this point.
He'll gesture with his shield arm
Sorry.
for Jade and Ignia.
Sorry.
I expected the beginning of RE4 actually.
So I fall. I run down the
Okay.
stairs and I follow.
Okay. Ignia, do you flutter into?
Out of curiosity, is there a small enough gap in those boards to just fly into his house?
Upstairs, not for your size. No. If you were probably a little smaller, maybe. But
I'll follow them inside that way then.
as you guys are making your way through the door, it is a very old-looking house. A lot of the stuff look like antiques inside. The furniture very much looks handmade. As he kind of plops down in a kind of padded seat. As he grabs a bottle that's next to the seat, pops open the cork, and takes a swig. So, where'd you come from?
Came from the capital, where we're with the Hunters Guild.
Sheriff
Hey,
finally asked for help.
Yeah.
Devil man took him. Took 2 kids in front of me. Ripped another one in half.
Oh my gosh.
Any discernible? Was it like? Did it stand on 2 legs, or?
2 legs, big horns, bat wings, a second head on its back.
How often has it been to this town? Has it always been here?
I've seen it twice. First time it took my boy, the second time it took my daughter.
Oh my gosh.
Got my condolences, sir.
And he takes another swig as he says that about his son.
Yeah.
And he's just looking fiercely into the fireplace.
And it happened at night both times.
Night about just this time, sometimes about before dawn.
Never when the sun was up.
Never. Though, sun came up right after he ripped that boy in 2.
Did it seem to want to get out? Did it seem like it was in a hurry to get out before the sun came up, or?
Kind of. He honestly shakes his head no.
Okay.
You can see like
so-
he might be a little drunk.
Yeah.
Little.
This bottle,
Makes sense.
This bottle's like at the bottom. There's probably like 2 more shots in it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. He's. But his description, is it ringing any bells from like the books we read?
Roll a history check for me.
Ooh, yeah, I'll do it too. It's not gonna be very good, but I'll do it.
18.
Yeah, 5.
Ignia, if you want to roll a history too, you can.
Since we're all in the same room, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
Jade, Ignia, no. You guys are both equally- just the appearance. I'll point this out. This guy is old, very skinny. If you guys watch Courage the Cowardly Dog, think of Eustace. Very old man.
okay.
old guy.
Has
Yeah.
like a very scratchy beard, like white beard, balding. Almost like prospector kind of clothing.
Mhm.
As,
Very old, worn
yeah.
clothing. Yeah.
As he just kind of looks up at you guys. They're gonna come for us all, you know. They're gonna take us.
We're
Do
gonna.
things to us.
We're gonna solve it. And like I will say, Scoria believes that without a doubt in his mind. Like we're gonna find a way to. We're gonna track this thing down. We're gonna.
He does. He does like kind of nod in acknowledgement of it. He's looking at Ignia now. Fairs like you, it likes to take. Thinks they're pretty.
Has he taken one before?
Don't get a lot of fairies here. So, wouldn't be a surprise if he took one.
The figures definitely looked masculine then. Oh, by the way, with that roll, did it ring any bells with what he said? Like,
You did get when he was talking about ripping apart people. It did make sense because a lot of the necromancy that was associated with the symbol was about body amalgamation. So ripping bodies apart kind of fit the bill of like, okay, it's making the process easier. The fact that it took some bodies whole did not make sense to you.
when it ripped. Sorry to make you think about this more, but when it ripped someone apart, did it take any of the parts with it?
It took half and threw the other half at me.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, if you would. And he kind of like gestures for the door.
I'll leave him. I'll leave him 5 silver for your trouble and your time.
Kind of nods. He stares back. He just finishes the bottle before he picks another one up that was hiding behind his seat.
Oh, yeah, I know it's gonna go to funding his alcoholism, but you know.
He's been through a lot.
Yeah. No, I wasn't criticizing him for drinking. I was just stating he was gonna probably spend that money on more alcohol.
As you guys make your way out, the door closes behind you mysteriously. It kind of shuts quickly. Like, even if you were closing it, it shuts even faster. The rain's starting to pick up a little bit more. As you guys are now fed the information, like, okay, obviously this guy's grieving because his son and his daughter were taken, and one was ripped in half. As the other group, what are you guys doing?
I am no longer winter.
Oh no!
Did she like? Did the transformation happen in front of us? Did she do full on magical girl transformation? What like? Or is it just so very subtle?
I will say this. In my head, I have it like she sneezes and her hair is a different color. That's how I have it in my head.
I mean, I would honestly say, like, it's not like she stops and she goes, oh, I'm changing. It's like she's walking, the crown's falling off, another one appears, her hair is changing colors. It's absent-minded. It just happens.
Yeah, you guys are to go find Gertrude. Perception.
What season are you now?
You guys were given directions where to go on the main thoroughfare. Is this
second largest house on the left leading out of town?
Yeah, so it would be this brown building right here.
I was not looking to find the house. I was just rolling to see if Valorant would even notice this change.
You do see the change. You see the blue hair turn green, and actually the facial features actually perk up a little bit.
And she now has, like, a pep in her step.
Is this... So, are you smiley now? Is this the smiley green one?
Why wasn't I smiling before? What? And she's, like, looking at him funny.
I don't know. Let's find crazy, decrepit old lady. Yes.
I bet she's not crazy. I really bet she's not crazy. Bet
How
she could be
much do
young.
you want to bet?
I don't have much to bet. She like goes as they're walking. She's like rifling through her things. Let's see. What does she have? Hold on. One of these classes has her coin.
Which one has the money?
One of these classes.
While she's digging in her purse, Em, what are you doing while these two are weirded out over each other?
Em has now seen her change enough times that she's used to it. And it
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
bother her. So she's just walking quietly behind, watching
Them kind of bicker.
have their weird interaction. Like, she
Do you
doesn't understand why he
want
doesn't realize
do you
it.
want to bet?
We're at
Do you want to
nameless
bet
now.
and see if she's old?
I have 1 gold I can bet you.
All right. I bet 1 gold.
She could be young and crazy. She doesn't have to be old and crazy.
As you guys are walking, you can see people, like, as the rain is starting to pick up just a little bit, people are trying to pull their stuff off their clotheslines. Some shops are closing early. You do see, when you're passing by this blue building right here, there's 3 doors on the bottom. 2 of the doors shut, 1 is still open, and you see smoke coming out. As you see what looks like an alchemist kind of dump out a beaker. Kind of acknowledges all 3 of your guys' existence, and kind of walks back away.
Nyla's waving at him as he walks back. She's like, bye!
He kind of does like the little disgusted, like, bye.
Someone's grouchy, and she'll keep walking.
It's not a far walk. It's about a 5-10 minute walk, depending on how fast you guys are taking. As you guys make it to this house, who is gonna knock? I just gotta ask that.
All right. The moment of truth. Can you do the honors?
Is M taking part in the bet? Is my first question, actually.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Exactly. We need a neutral ground. No bias from me. I need you to do the opening of the door, please.
Knock on the door. Don't open the door. That's rude.
Em is gonna go up and knock on the door and then try to open the handle.
Okay, I'll do this in order. As you knock on the door, it's a good 5 seconds before you hear rustling come from above you guys, actually. You guys can see a window.
I'm not waiting. I'm like knocking and opening.
Hold on. Okay. You guys hear the noise as you're trying for the handle, and you hear a voice from above you guys going, 1 second, hold on. Let me put my panties on. As
Ooh, she didn't have clothes on.
the door is locked. I'm just gonna point that out. The door is locked. You can't open it. As a good 2 minutes passes by before you start hearing.
Both of you assume the rogue can't open the locked door.
That's a good question. Are you gonna try to open the door?
I was trying to, but you went over me, so I'm just
I said it was
stand
locked.
I
said it was locked. I didn't. Okay, are you gonna try to unlock the door?
No, it's fine. I'll stand and wait for her to come down.
While they're waiting the 2 minutes, Nyla's gonna like basically play in the rain.
Oh my god, you guys have a child with you. I'm sorry, I didn't know you guys were gonna try to unlock the door. As the door starts unlocking, though, you see in front of you a very pretty. I don't want to call her old. I would say probably early 40s.
Middle-aged.
Yeah, about middle-aged, but like early 40s. But she is very well kept. She is very pretty. Black hair, long black hair. She looks like she's wearing a button-up with no pants on, as it looks like she ran downstairs.
Nyla wins this. I'm just saying.
I didn't need to read that.
Clearly. Clearly.
As the
my friend.
As the lady looking at you directly in the eyes, how may I help you?
Em will turn around to her two friends and say, "Yep, she's old."
God damn it!
The lady looks at you and goes, I'm only 42.
Em's like 17, okay? This is like, that's old to her.
Nyla's
She's
gonna
like,
run up and she'd be like, no, you are not old by any means. You are not old. Don't listen to her. And,
Okay,
and she goes,
besides the little rude one and the very hyper one, what do you want?
We're here on official business. But first, if you do not mind, I need to finish up our bet. Clearly, it's neither.
God.
So,
Nyla.
you take the money.
You see her starting to close the door slowly.
Nyla's like, excuse me, no, please, ma'am, please don't close the door. Please don't close the door.
It's like stops as she's like staring daggers at M right now. I just want to point that out.
We are here because we are here to, and she's trying to find words because she's like a million things are running through her head. We're trying to help. We heard that you were a witness to kidnappings or nappings of sorts.
She like stares at you.
naps.
She stares at you and blinks a little bit. She hears is that naps? And it was like, you're here for the investigation.
Yes.
Okay.
We don't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. She turns and looks at Valorian. She goes, he couldn't wait. And she turns back to look at the lady.
Well, come inside, let me get decent, and I will answer any questions you have for me. As she kind of holds open the door. Wait for you guys to come inside.
She's like, thank you. And she walks in.
Man, I'm glad we picked the ones we got, because if we had that sort of reception with that guy, he would have fucking cut one of you.
As she lets you guys in, it is a very nice house. The furniture is a lot like the bar that you guys were in. Cushions everywhere. It doesn't. You don't understand where you guys are getting here. Where you guys heard the "she's crazy" part from it. As she walks.
I feel like that's going to come.
And while we wait,
Is she gone? Like, is it just us? She's upstairs.
Yeah, she walked upstairs, and you can hear her. I don't want to say you hear her getting dressed, but you can hear rustling coming from upstairs.
Can we investigate the room? Just like look around.
Yeah. Whoever wants to investigate, you guys can. Go ahead.
Guys, I don't think she's crazy. I think she's just a prostitute.
10. Em, are you gonna roll investigation?
How loud are you saying?
I'm saying it in normal, like I'm not whispering. I'm saying it like that to the party.
14.
If she hears me, she hears me.
I mean, if I can...
Well, I have no idea what that is. But,
Really?
Oh my...
Yes, I don't know what a prostitute is.
With the 14.
Have you ever slept with a woman?
I'm gonna say no, he hasn't.
Why would I?
Yeah, see?
I just go out and handle things for people. I've lived in a semi-church all my life.
How very boring.
Are you a prostitute?
Who, me?
Well, he says he goes out and handles things for people. I'm just,
If that's an alternative for a soldier, then sure, I am a prostitute.
Is this how Gut felt?
God.
It's a good 5 minutes before she comes walking down. She is dressed very nicely. It is a simple collared button-up shirt, like blouse. Some pants, some boots. She walks down also with some tea. I didn't have anything quick. I don't have anything special. This is just some simple tea. Please help yourselves. What can I do to help you? Or what questions do you have?
No, thank you, madam. I appreciate your time, and I apologize for the inconvenience for earlier. we were just trying to have a little bit of fun in this dreary town. So, foremost question I do have for you, however, and it is very important. Do you have any cats?
She kind of like looks a little confused as she looks around. No, I do have a pet ferret, but he's upstairs in his cage.
Nyla's face lights up. A ferret?
Thought the name was a cat.
Focus. Focus. God damn it.
If Nyla had stayed in her winter season, she would have been focused.
That's...
As she kind of looks at you, Valorian, she looks towards M. Okay, you might be rude, but you look like you can talk straight. Real questions.
It is a real question. Do you have any
Yes.
cats?
He said no. She didn't have any cats. She already asked the question. Go on to the next one.
She is looking at you, M. Any
Are
real-
you a prostitute?
God fucking...
She kind of like smirks at that. My mother was. I'm not.
Ah, friends and family. Got it.
Okay.
Nyla will like.
Next question.
Nyla will come. She's okay. Serious questions. What did you see? Do you know who could have been taken, or like what did you see?
I take it you're asking about the creature, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Specify next time. I saw a large creature, long limbs. So his arms were as long as his torso. They reached down to his knees, very long. Was carrying half a body away. Was able to crawl on all fours very quickly, and it was very pale and hairless from what I saw.
Guys, I figured it out. We're going after the creepypasta.
That is the basis of this, but no.
So not a cat.
Not a cat. If you wish to have specifics, I didn't get a good look at it. I saw it on my way home from the market.
What time of day was it? Night, like late night, or like early into the morning?
She kind of like walks over to the window, kind of looks out. I would say, a little bit before dawn. Some of the best stuff at the market comes at dawn, so I try to get there early. But yes, I saw it. It was running through the alley, then climbed onto the roof, and it disappeared when it crossed the bridge.
Why are you called crazy?
I've had 12 suitors, decided not to marry any of them. I am a single, and she kind of like gestures down, bachelorette, if you wish to call it. Some of the people call me crazy because I wish to not marry.
So you're a strong, independent woman who needs no man.
Or a prostitute.
Listen,
Stop talking about problems.
have you had the talk? As she's looking at Nyla very seriously. Have you had the talk?
What talk? I have lots of talks.
She looks at him.
So I don't understand. So wait, so you help people as a prostitute? So I don't understand why they dislike you.
I am. As she looks at him.
God fucking damn it.
As she like focuses, like deer in the headlights, like you put the blinders on now. You understand what happens when a bunch of men are turned down enough and you're not into men?
Do I look like I
sorry?
would know that?
I don't enjoy the company of men. Some men have called me crazy because of that. And I make money.
Like ladies.
She kind of like snaps her fingers. There you go.
Wait, what does that have to do with helping people? I don't understand. So
She specifically helps ladies, not men.
Oh, well. You told me a prostitute helps people.
They do. She chooses to only help females.
They should help everyone.
As she kind of just like is putting her hands in her face. Is there any other questions? You don't have to believe me if you think what I talked about the monster is real. I understand.
Any information that you can glean. Any information.
If you guys want, you can roll an insight onto her.
Probably thinking, what the fuck are these assholes doing?
Can I give myself guidance?
Yes, you can actually.
These crazy fucking assholes doing in my house. Why did I let them in my house?
12. Do you want to roll insight?
No, I do not. I am happy thinking what I think.
I'm going to say this. With that 12, you get that her body just tensed up when you asked for more information. But also, she's kind of like, she's like, why the fuck did I let these people in my house?
When she sees this, she tenses up. She's like, any information that you're comfortable sharing. We're trying, as goofy as we may seem, we're trying to get information, as much information as we can, so that we can get to the bottom of this.
Three days ago, I saw it again. I tried going to the sheriff, but the elven recruit that he has brushed me off. It had at least 2 people with him, about the same descriptions. There's 3 of them in total. They crawled over, but then the sights of those cats drove them away. I don't know why the cats can do that, but
Cats are guarding. Like, she mumbles that to herself.
And she kind of like just like that shrug of like, I don't know. After that, I ran home after hearing about what happened with some of the people. I really don't want to be interacting with those creatures.
He nods. And she will actually, while they're standing there, she will grab the tea and she'll take a drink of it.
It is very good, like very basic black tea. You could tell that she tried to whip it up super quick for you guys. But all of you roll me a perception really quickly.
Dying.
I sort of point this out. This is Nyla's 3rd natural 20 of the session. It's not... M, you are currently choking because, God knows whatever reasons. Valorian, you are still trying to wonder what the hell a prostitute actually does. So it just distracted you.
Is a prostitute.
Nyla.
It's having like a deep philosophical conversation with himself on what a prostitute is.
Nyla, you are looking around the room. You can tell, like, she very much does live alone. But you do hear a voice come from upstairs, a female voice.
You have a lady friend.
Yes, and I would like to get
Congratulations on saying that the creepiest way possible.
Like it was like a realization.
I didn't want to say it, but Mel beat me to it. That was really creepy.
It was like she's taking a sip of her tea. It's like she's taking a sip of her tea and she hears it and she's like, "You have a lady friend." Like, oh, somebody's here.
That is creepy on so many levels. But yeah, as you hear the voice upstairs, you can't make it out. But she kind of just nods and goes, I would like to get back to my business, if that is fine.
Well,
wait,
thank you
someone here needs help? Wait, so we have to go to them?
Nyla's going to stop him.
I think she's already working on that customer, so we're good. We can probably let her handle it.
Wait.
We need to
What do you
go.
mean
She is helping them. Go! Leave the building!
It's like,
as she's kind of chuckling to herself, she does escort you guys to the door. She kind of holds it open for you guys. As M, as she passes you, she kind of just like looks at you and goes, "I am not a prostitute. I am a physician, and I am studying anatomy upstairs." As you guys all walk out, and she shuts the door behind you.
Nyla's walking away. She's holding out her hand. Where's my gold?
Well, we established that she was, well, middle-aged, so I think this gold goes to M. I'm gonna hand the gold over to M.
What? I'm not giving M my gold. She didn't even bet.
Yes, and
she
we
was
both
old.
are.
She was
We
not
were-
old.
She just wasn't decrepit, so it's like glass half full.
So
kind of
she's
thing.
young. She's still young.
You can be old and not decrepit.
No. You have to be old and decrepit if you're
I
old.
mean, she may be old, but she may be a little older, but she's still getting action. So you know, good for her.
They're not here.
I'm gonna say this with that 24. You heard it was a young. It was like a 20s age voice.
She's young.
I don't want to say young because that implies something else. And that's not a road I want to go down right now. But yeah, as you guys all.
No, I was like, I'm over 100. You calling me old?
As you guys got the information, what do you three want to do?
Head back to the tavern
M.
while playing in the rain.
I mean, I figured that's where we were heading after we talked to the drunk old man.
Yeah, I mean, I'll head back as well.
As you guys head back, the rain has picked up a lot more. It is now an actual rain, not a storm, but it is not a drizzle either.
I'm using my shield as a makeshift umbrella.
As you guys are reconvening, I would say Ignia's group arrives first. The tavern is still a little busy, but it is enough that you guys don't really have to fight for a table. Beatrice does walk up to you guys and ask you, okay, are you guys going to share rooms or do you guys need separate rooms?
Oh,
I mean,
I think our own rooms, please.
She slides over 3 keys.
Right. Right. Yeah, probably.
I will say it probably took Nyla and M's group a little bit longer to get back. And by the time
asking her if she was a prostitute.
as you oh, no, I had a burp and it didn't want to come out. As you guys make your way in, now the tavern is like almost. I don't know the proper ratio. I'm gonna put it 7/8 empty. Put an awkward one out there.
Well, it's getting a little bit later. People are heading home.
Yeah, and especially with the rain, people are rushing home. Some people have walked up to rooms. As you three walk in, you see the rest of your party at a table. What do you guys want to do?
Probably having like an ale as like a nightcap.
The normal things, some drinks, sit down with the party, and we'll go over what we have.
Yeah. So go
Red
over.
whiskey, please.
Oh, good. She changed.
Whiskey? Ooh, we're gonna have a party tonight. I'll take one as well.
It's fine. I just.
But yeah, as you three
Keep
sit
in mind,
down,
we are heading out early in the morning.
as you three sit down, Beatrice does come back again. For you three, are any of you going to be sharing rooms, or do you guys need your own private rooms?
I guess privates, yes?
Hands you a
Own
key.
room, please.
Hands you a key. You get a key by default. Okay.
Right.
4th floor. All the rooms opposite the stairwell are going to be yours.
Okay. Is there like numbers on the keys, like or something?
Yeah, there are numbers on the keys, like 4-1, 4-2, like all that.
I was looking up, and she's like, "I gotta climb 4 flights of stairs."
Yeah, so don't drink too much. I'm not carrying people upstairs. Please.
She just has like this like.
Technically, it's only 3
We
flights.
gotta be up early, so we can drink all we want after we find these monsters and all the missing people.
To kind of just expedite the process of this, you guys do have your drinks. I assume you guys share your guys' information.
Yeah. So I'll list off horns, bat wings, second head on its back.
Crazy lady's not crazy, and she's not old.
No. She's old, but decrepit.
She's not
she doesn't have
old.
cats.
I want to point this out
sadly.
too. They never described her as old. They only said she was crazy.
Oh,
You guys automatically assumed old and crazy. I just want to point that out
because
there.
my character assumed it. Yes.
It wasn't just you. So did Mel's group.
She is beautiful.
Well, he assumed it and said it, so we all went along with it. That's why.
Exactly.
Yep.
I didn't. I went against it.
I even went with the cat thing.
Purposely botching the narrative. Haha.
Crazy cat lady's gonna win.
But
Hell
Nyla, if they didn't specify if Em and Valorian didn't spill anything, Nyla would have spilled everything.
Yeah. So, pale, all fours. The carrying half a body is consistent.
The lady did state that when it was trying to climb over the bridge, that they ran from the cats.
Hey, that lines up with what the sheriff and his men told us.
Kitty cat's a guarding, and she turns to Valorian, so leave the cats alone!
If anything, it's more... I struck it... Thinking of their descriptions and like the books we read, if anything, it's more odd that they're taking people whole. I have to wonder if something or someone is commanding these creatures. Or summoning them, perhaps, I don't know.
It is possible.
Maybe...
She downs her whiskey.
And, like, sort of like a... Maybe the person is using the body parts to make these creatures and using them to gather more.
You guys hear a voice behind you. That was our idea too. As you guys see the sun. What was his name again? Okay. You guys see Torrance.
I literally wrote down Torrance. Okay. I literally wrote down sun. I'm not.
You guys see Torrance behind you. Our idea was these were just gatherers. There's something controlling them. As he kind of gestures like if he can sit down.
Score it. Yeah. Motions.
He pulls an open seat next to M. So, adventurers, I have a couple questions for you. This is kind of off the books, if possible.
Got a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
The lady stated that when she saw one of the creatures, she went to the guards, and she describes them, and they brushed her off. Is that normal?
That would be Orin. He believes himself better than he is, yes.
The elven young man.
Yeah, he's done that before. He's been reprimanded. He is still fresh to being a guard.
Now, the other... I noticed they shared surnames. Were they siblings, or...?
Yes. From what I know, they failed out of the academy back at Nalmora. And they came here to train to get a second chance.
Well, that's not normal.
I will let my father know about
Can she insight him to see like his alignment or like
How he
his
actually
insight?
feels about the situation, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. And I'm guidancing myself.
17. 21. You can see that he actually is a little.
Anyone?
He's a little miffed about it. He's like, God damn it, again. And you can see like he takes a lot of pride in being a sheriff or being a guard. He takes a little bit more pride than he should. Yeah.
He's confident in himself. Like, you can tell by his posture and everything like that. He carries himself.
He does carry himself really well, but you could tell it's a lot of he wants to make his dad proud. His dad being a sheriff.
Yeah,
himself.
he wants to not be in Dad's shadow. Like, yeah. What was your question?
1. What's the life of an adventurer like?
A lot of fun. Get to see new things all the time.
Boring. Dangerous can be. A lot of the times can seem like wherever you go, something's trying to kill you.
I mean, yes, but that's the fun in it.
Well, for some, yes, but I'm trying to offer a pragmatic. It can be a good experience, or depending on what you're trying to do, and from what I've been told, because I'm fairly new to it myself, can be a good way to find yourself.
See.
But take careful consideration before doing it. It almost sounds like he's rehearsing something that's been told to him. Like
he's taking all this information in, and you see him kind of like brighten up a little bit. I see. Okay. Now I have my second question as he turns straight at him. Does someone have your hand yet, or can I make the proposal now?
How old
End
is he?
session. That's it. Cliffhanger.
Corio's drinking, and he starts choking on his drink.
He looks.
Yeah,
he looks like a solid 24.
Absolutely not. Em's gonna stand up and walk up to her room and leave the table.
I see. Okay. I think that was too strong.
A little bold, if I may say.
You don't even know her.
May want to
I don't even
dial
know
it
this
back
guy's name. What the
a
fuck?
little.
But yeah, like he looks at the rest of you. Okay, a little strong. I'll try better next time.
Yeah,
Maybe
think
give it some time before asking her anything else. Maybe go practice.
Go on
practice.
Go do something romantic at least.
Oh no.
He looks
buy her
genuinely
flowers.
confused. He looks.
You don't just.
I want you to know. I know why she said no, and I think it's funnier. Well,
Nyla doesn't know, so she's like.
But he's looking at you guys like he's taking mental notes. Okay, flowers, romantic gestures. Okay.
Maybe get to know her before proposing.
Truth be told,
my good lad. If you want, I'm told by the people of this town that perhaps being a prostitute is a good way to win over the hearts of people.
you see him kind of make a mental note of that, and then pipes up. But I want to join now more in guard, not the courtesans guild.
Well, I'm told that you can help people by doing such things. Perhaps it's in your best interest to search out a different profession.
Do you know what that word means?
I'm told that it helps people, and if it helps people, that is good by me.
I want everyone else that's not Valorian. You guys are looking at two people sharing the same brain cell, and but they're on different thoughts right now. Because one obviously knows what prostitute means.
Just to clarify, you know what sex is, right?
He doesn't know what sex is.
No, I've already told these two. They asked me the same question earlier today.
Technically, I asked
That
you
is
to
like-
slept with a woman.
He's
Fair enough.
never done it.
Sure, it looks
No.
like he has a headache. I need another.
As
Do you have
he-
anything
Another
stronger
whiskey
than
for
whiskey?
me too.
Do you have anything stronger than whiskey?
as you guys all kind of are making another round, he stands up. Well, thank you for your time. If you guys have any information or you guys need help, I will be more than willing to assist you. My shift starts at 8 tomorrow.
I got another question for you.
Yes.
Why do you want to propose to her?
I will be honest, I know almost every woman in this town. They all know who my father is. None of them wants to date me. And truth be told, she was prettier than you two.
Woo! Boys.
She looks at Jade. She's like trying to look at herself, and she's like,
Guess he's not into elves.
Jade kind of like fussies up her leather outfit. Like,
Point before, like
Well,
everyone gets offended, I'm gonna just start like guiding him gently to the door.
no, I was like, well, she is very pretty. I can't deny that.
So I'm gonna tell you one thing about women, lad. Don't tell them in front of them that another woman's prettier.
Igneo
First
throws a
tip.
piece of bread at him.
I'm just gonna maybe also don't propose to the first pretty woman you see.
He kind of like nods. He's like, okay, I'll take that advice. As he kind of like throws up his hood and walks off towards his house. I want to point this out too. His mom has been behind the bar the entire time. And if you guys are looking at her, she's banging her head against the tabletop, or like the countertop.
I'm sorry. He just like looks at it.
She like looks up at him.
If it's any indulgence, miss, I really do recommend your sons.
She looks at all of you. I thank you for telling him properly. Tell the other one that walked away I will apologize personally myself. Her next round is on me. As she looks at Valorian. If you need to have the talk, I am a mother.
What,
Give him the
about
talk.
what?
Give him the talk.
We will do that another day.
I was gonna say, if you're doing that now, I think you need this drink more than any of us.
She has like a stein next to her. She's like, you can see it's visibly empty.
I can just imagine her in the back. She's just like, while that conversation was going on, she was just drinking.
As she looks at all of you guys one more time, and she's like, I will be 100% honest. That boy has aspirations to leave to go to the big city to be a guard there. I do hope he makes it.
If he does, well,
And you can see her. You can see her visibly pause.
I'll try to keep an eye on him. If he does.
I will be honest. His father proposed to me when he first met me, and that's how it went down too. I rejected him on the spot.
So he's learned from example. That means he's not gonna give. And then it like dawns on him, he's not gonna give up, is he?
I will talk to him when I go home. If you guys want another round, I can pour you another round. If not, then I will clean up all your stuff. As you can see, she's visibly tired from just hearing her son try to get laid in front of her.
Now, did he just like not look at the? Did he just not put it together, like, or just did it look like it not occurred to him that his mother was standing like 30 feet away?
Oh no, he knew. He knew. I just want to point that
That's
out.
worse.
I
That's
rolled a
worse.
perception when he walked in. And he's like, he checked. He saw his mom.
I'm gonna just start bringing our dirty dishes over. Like, this woman needs some help.
She like nods at you. Thank you, lad. You don't need to. As she kind of like, she does look defeated. She looks like a mom that is, yeah, very much.
I recognize the look from. He's definitely inspired that look a couple times, but has learned from it. So he gets it.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do with the rest of your night? Or are you guys all gonna head to bed?
Nyla, heeding the instructions of not drinking too much, will go to bed.
You know, Scoriax had enough human interaction for the day after that conversation, and he's going to bed. He's just like
this is a lot happening. I'm gonna go to bed.
But
he looks more tired now than the night you spent up all night drinking.
But once Nyla gets to her room, she's basically going to like stare out a window.
Okay.
Until she goes to rest.
We'll get back to that part. Valorian, are you going to bed?
Does that woman stay down there, like, to finish up the dishes?
How do I put this? She looks like she closes up, very quickly. And it looks like anyone that works in a restaurant, like, you know, when you're in a good routine, everything just kind of flows very quickly. As long as there was no big bar fight. She shuts down, and she, like, she walks out the door.
Do I at least see her when she's walking out?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll do the creepy thing. I'm gonna talk in her mind.
no.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I'm really confused. What's the talk?
I can just feel her pause.
She walks away without registering that. You don't feel the connection actually take hold.
Probably wasn't in range.
Oh no, she was in range. There was a special reason why. I will say
She's
this
like,
too.
no.
Ignia, you're gonna have a little trouble opening the door in your form.
Opening the key, yeah.
Can't you like become like a small-sized creature? Can't you get bigger physically? Like I don't know that in character. Like, don't you have like a shift?
Yeah, she can, but she's probably just going to be struggling this whole time. Actually, no, she's going to ask Jade for help. Jade, help Ignia with the door. She points at the key and tugs on your sleeve.
So she picks you up and she puts you on her shoulder. She goes, "Oh, little one, I'll help you gladly." And she opens the door for you, and then like, "Have a wonderful night." And then she kind of like puts the key on like a. Is there like a thingy that I can put the thing and close the door?
It's not like a latch. It is kind of like a latch. The latch itself is easy to open. It's the fact that the key is pretty heavy for a pixie that she couldn't turn it.
Gotcha. Well, once the door's open, I want to put the key inside the room, but close the door.
Okay.
So that she can be like in there doing her thing with the key and like safe.
Em, what are you doing in your room?
Rolling for a potion.
Okay.
Hey,
how many potions? How many of your potions are you making?
All of them.
What was the rule you went with? It's been too long.
Oh my god. I should have pinned this. God damn it. I feel like
No, I have it. I roll a d6 to figure out how many, and then a d100 for the other.
Okay. Yeah. Is that all you do in your room?
I only got a 2! Motherfucker.
I'll say this. It makes sense. You're pretty flustered from what just happened, so you're not fully...
I'm not flustered. I think that guy was drunk. I have no idea who he was.
Okay. Yeah, you make 2 potions. Are any of them the D100 potions?
One is, one isn't.
Okay. That should, if my memory's right, I think I have a note here.
I'm at 9 normal, 4 special.
Gotcha. Okay. As you guys.
One thing I'm going to do. Sorry. I'm gonna begin drafting up plans for like a statuette based off of the combined descriptions we got of the monster. Like designing like the figurine, designing like writing out the dimensions and stuff like that for like a...
You're kit bashing a character right now, or a monster right now. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
but like to carve a... I don't have the fucking stone with me right now. Like I just want to design a figurine.
So I'm going down in order of who gets what room. So on my screen I have Mist, Jade, Scoria, Nyla, Valorian, and Ignia. So 1 through 6. I rolled 1 and 4. So Nyla and M, you guys can see out of windows that would lead to the other side of the river. The rest of you have actually facing this church right here. Nyla, you said you were looking at the window, right?
Yeah, mostly like she started off kind of like daydreaming, kind of like how she misses somebody.
Okay.
But because after the whole proposal and talk of romance, she's like, I miss them.
Roll a perception check for me.
Yeah.
Okay. You see rain. Obviously, it's starting to come down a little bit harder now. So water is obviously blocking out a lot of your view. M, are you actually at all do you ever at all look at the window while you're making potions? Okay. As night comes, I would say probably around midnight, you guys probably all fall asleep, right? Roughly?
Yeah.
I would say it's probably around that time. I would also be praying.
As you pray, you don't really get anything back from your prayers. The most you get is just that feeling of like, okay, you're on the right path, but you don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I would say you guys are, while you guys are all asleep, I want you guys, this is going to be one of our last few things today. Roll me a wisdom saving throw, each.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good.
Well, that's not good. That's not one of my good ones.
Always words you want to hear from your DM.
Ooh, that's not too terribly bad.
I have a +4 and I rolled so fucking low.
I'm thinking too much. Like, my brain is actually truly woke to figure out what the f a prostitute and the talk is.
I want you to know.
She's like, what are these terms?
So, Valorian's the only one that makes the save, so I will DM you guys later each something.
Oh, secrets. I like it.
But as you guys are all asleep, you guys all hear... you guys are all woken up very violently as each of your doors is being banged on very loudly.
What?
When you guys all open your door, it is, oh my god, I lost his name again. God fucking damn it.
Torrance?
It is Torrance. Square, now, to the fountain.
Okay,
Take your equipment, take anything you need to fight, quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna... need a minute.
Like, all of our doors were being banged on at the same time?
Like, you
well, I assume he's like running down the hall, like
yeah, he was
banging on
running
all
down the hall, banging on each of your guys' doors.
Fucking, I'm just like fucking trying to put my armor on as fast as possible. Fucking got fucking chainmail. It's gonna take me a couple minutes.
If we were told there was going to be a fight, for the first time the party will see that Ignia is now more human-sized. She looks to be around 10 or 11, standing a couple inches shy of 4'6". She pretty much has all her same features she did as a pixie. They're just upscaled, except her wings are the same size as they were when she was small, and obviously couldn't support flight as big as she is now.
Yeah, as you guys wake up, you guys are getting your equipment ready. We're going to enter a session there. I will leave you guys with the cliffhanger of what's on the map.
Ooh.
Hey!
Dun dun dun! What's on the map?
There's some love
Oh,
and some pieces.
transition that. We
Super
will be.
spooky.
Our next game is what, the 7th? Not the 17th. Is it 17th?
The
17th.
10th? No, the 17th, I think. Yeah, 17th.
Yeah, 17th.
Because
Correct. Is there anybody who can't do that? Everybody good? Speak now, forever hold your peace, and get my hopes up.
I'm good.
Should be okay.
I might have to work that day. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. So
I will keep you posted as the time comes by, but that gig starts on Monday, so I should be able to get somewhat of a schedule by Tuesday-ish, the 6th. But it's a long, very long run, and by the 17th,